What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Tiege Hanley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Tiege Hanley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people, and I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self-care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now, and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Tiege Hanley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Tiege Hanley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. What's going on? Is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Thank you for tuning in for another edition of the Millionaire Morning Show. I am your host, Anton Daniels. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? It is Thursday, October 23rd, 2025, year of our Lord. What up, Chasers? What up? What up? What up? Y'all ready to have a good show today? Oh man, Trini life. I feel great. I feel absolutely incredible. Life is good. What do we have to complain about? We got breath in our body. You know what I'm saying? We got money in our pocket. We got our health. We got our wealth. We got God. Maybe we should say, just look at y'all. Y'all starting already. Anton, Kenyon Martin is mad at you. Yeah, I know. Shout out to Kung Fu Kenny out here in the building. We're going to get to that. But before we get to that, let me just ask y'all, how are y'all doing today? How do y'all feel today? Y'all feeling good? Tabby said you look great, Anton. Thank you, Tabby. I appreciate you for that. I do appreciate you for that. Shout out to the Chasers. It's going to be the new hat. Woo! All right. I will be doing merch. I'm going to let the cat out the bag. New merch is coming soon. Shout out to the Chasers. Shout out to the... Thank y'all. Thank you, ladies. You've been laughing all morning? Yeah. Wait. What y'all think? Y'all want to go with this one or you want to go with this one? I say this one. Y'all so used to seeing this one. Shout out to God Loves All, putting together that phenomenal product. I'm going to send y'all the link starting tomorrow. What up, D Thorn Digital? Says the haters are coming now that you are leveled up. I'm leveled up? Y'all think I'm leveled up? I got you, Bitcoin Brown. We doing a collab with God Loves All. And they the ones that's putting together this phenomenal product. So I just got to say thank you to God Loves All. What's up, chat? What up? What's going on? Look at Latoya Marie already with the 50 ball. Thank you, Latoya Marie. I appreciate you, love. Latoya Marie says, Anton, I love you, Daddy. I love you too, Latoya. Thank you, Latoya. This early? That's my first super chat. Is a 50 ball? I see y'all said y'all got my back today. Mike, that dude, thank you for the 10 ball on Cash App. I appreciate you. Spencer Campbell, what up, though, for the 20 ball? I appreciate you. You know that. Christopher Williams, yo, what up, Chris Williams? Thank y'all for everybody that's supporting the platform and everybody that's showing love. You know I gotta show love. All right, rules of the chat. Rules of the chat. You want me to hurry up and get to it? Okay, we gonna get to it then. We gonna get to it. We gonna get to it. We got you. We got you. All right. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get to it then. So, rules of the chat is you guys have to keep it PG-13. Well, maybe rated R, but just don't get too overly disrespectful as we go through the show today, okay? All right. Second rule is if you are not a part of the 19,000 plus bag chasers on Patreon, make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Let me see how many chasers we got right now, because I want to get an accurate number now that we got over 1,000 already in here today. Patreon, Anton, Insights. All right, there it is. There it is. That's real. It's a real thing. Shout out to y'all inside of the chat. Patreon in the building. If you are not more than the 19,500 Patreon members that are tapped in, Kenyon Martin can't do this. Kenyon Martin could never get 19,500 people to individually subscribe to him on Patreon. He could never do something like this. But we gonna get there. We gonna get there. All right. Shout out to John Teal. I appreciate you. So right now we had 19,482 Patreon members. A new 985 members this month. Up 53 members from last month. Up 53 month that is. So shout out to the new Patreon members. We appreciate y'all. All right. Y'all ready to get started with the show? I say we get it started. I say we get it popping. So without further ado, Crazy Kenyon. Shout out to Crazy Kenyon. So I'm chilling. You know, Wednesdays is a day that I don't live stream, at least in the afternoon. I don't live stream in the afternoon on Wednesdays. And so I'm chilling. Me, my nephews, my daughter. You know, my nephew's in their early 20s and my daughter is 17 going on 18. And I started getting all of these text messages and DMs and stuff like that, and people sending it to me. And they said, Anton, Kenyon Martin Sr. is, I'm sorry. They said, Anton, Kenyon Martin is talking about you. Kenyon Martin got something to say about you. So I'm thinking, Kenyon Martin Jr.? Because he the one that's in the NBA. And they said, no, Kenyon Martin Sr. I said, oh, okay, well, where is it at? Send it to me. And so they sent it to me, and they sent it to me. And they was talking about it on Gil's Arena. So shout out to Gilbert Arenas. I talk to him pretty regularly. I was actually talking to Gil today. Really smart guy. Really, really smart guy. But anyway, so aside from Gil, because this ain't got nothing to do with Gil, so they tell me that he's talking. I said, okay, I'm going to go and check it out. So my nephews is like, who is that? I said, Kenyon Martin. Y'all don't know who Kenyon Martin is? They said, I mean, the one that's in the league? I said, no, he used to be in the league. I said, we don't know him. Because he from my generation. Like, we grew up watching him. You know what I'm saying? I remember Rim Runner Kenyon. You know what I'm saying? I remember Kenyon that was, you know, in the NBA. He played for I believe the Denver Nuggets, and you know, he had a dope career. I would never take that away from him. I would never take that away from him. All right? But before we get into it, let me share with you what was said. All right? So this is the stream where Kwame and Gilbert, they had mentioned me, so I decided to go ahead and pull up because I wanted to understand exactly what was communicated because, again, people were sending me this stuff. And this was it Sunday? I think it was Sunday. And so I pulled up and I was having a conversation with him. And around the 256 mark, I believe, this is what Kenyon got offended by because me and Gil was kind of talking. Was it 256? 256. So me and Gil is talking. And this is what was communicated.
Nobody to do it. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like from a content creation perspective, how you built the brand, how you put your homies on and shit like that. I salute you. And again, I think that you're great. But then
I'll tell you what, let's put some clarity on it. Now that we know he don't own, but 50% underdog put them other people on. But we got to give them a shout out too. Let's give underdog a salute too.
Here's my thing. Because I look at you as such a great businessman and as a great content creator, my expectation of you is higher. Because I don't look at you. I know you a contributor on the show, but I'm gonna just be honest with you. I don't look at you in the same vein that I look at the rest of the niggas that's on the show. Because you the brain, right?
That's what I said. Because you're the person that put in the work. You're the content creator. You're the person that do all of the interviews. You're the person that's the most entertaining. And this is just facts. Like, this isn't my opinion. This is me actually saluting Gil, right? And also, let me give a shout out to my dog, Rashad McCants. I mess with Rashad. That's my dog. I think that Rashad is awesome also. So this is completely removing Gil. This is completely removing Rashad. All right? So this is specifically what was said. I just want to give you guys some insight into what he is upset about, because I said that Gil made sure he got his homies a bag and he put his homies on. And Gil is the brain of the thing because he's the one that put the deal together. It's in his crib. And then in addition to that, we as observers, as people, look at the show and it's a great collective. It is an awesome show. I love it. I would prefer to watch it over ESPN. I prefer to watch it over any other platform, and that's not a diss to anybody else's platforms. But I actually enjoy what I used to know, what I still know it as, is Gil's Arena. I don't care what they rebranded as. They can call it the Arena. They can call it whatever they want to. We look at it as a very entertaining basketball platform based off of it being the brainchild of Gilbert Arenas, who is the #1 basketball independent content creator that he is. And he puts in the work and he does it. And so I'm trying to understand where the slight is in that. Let me play it again because maybe I missed it.
Look at you. I know you a contributor on the show, but I'm going to just be honest with you. I don't look at you in the same vein that I look at the rest of the niggas that's on the show. Because you the brain, right? You the brain, you the brain. Without you, none of them other niggas exist in my mind. There's plenty of niggas that start a basketball podcast that ain't popping at all. That shit is trash. Let's just keep it 100. So
and without me,
and Gil actually agreed. And it's true. It is a strong possibility, #1, that we would never have heard any of them outside of basketball contributing on a podcast or as content creators. They've successfully pivoted as a group. But Gil was going to be Gil no matter what. He was probably always going to be the content creator. You know what I'm saying? So outside of what they've done on the basketball court, we would never know any of them as content creators. There would be a whole new generation of people that would not know who these people are outside of Gil, because Gil has actively worked to keep his name in the minds of the new generation. Because if you are not currently in the league, then most of the time, if you're not a Jordan, if you're not a LeBron, if you're not a Kobe, then most people, if you say their names, people are not going to pay attention to it because social media moves too fast. And as far as the new generation of people that's coming up that did not watch basketball like us, we would not know their names. Listen to what I'm telling you. This is a different game. There are so many people, former athletes in every single sport, that try to do what we do and they can't do what we do. You know why? Because they're no good at what we do. So if they don't have the infrastructure, if they don't have somebody that's coaching them, if they don't have the producers, if they don't have the people that's setting up the cameras, if they don't have people doing the thumbnails, if they don't have all of this other stuff around them, then if they can't leapfrog off of having a career on ESPN or something like that or Fox Sports, even Skip Bayless himself, let's just be honest. Skip Bayless tried his own channel and nobody cares. You know why? Because Skip Bayless needs a partner, another group of people in order for him to get his shit off. Now, that don't mean that Skip Bayless ain't get to the bag. It don't mean that Skip Bayless is not a legend. It don't mean that he don't do what he do. But let's be clear. In this new age of content creation and social media, nobody cares about what Skip Bayless has to say on his own platform. And there's plenty of people that create their own platform and it is garbage. I don't care what their career was. When it came to them being in the NBA or being a sports writer, very few people can branch out on their own and do their own thing. Now, Kenyon Martin took exception to what I said, and I understand it. I get it. I'm going to share with you what he took exception to. All right. So they did their live stream on Gil's Arena. All right. Yesterday, and it was a decent live stream. And it's funny. Kenyon had been pointing at this because I went back and watched a little bit before that, all that Jordan segment and everything. And Kenyon had been pointing at this for a while, right? He had been kind of hinting that this had been bothering him, and apparently he had been watching it. He watched the interaction between me, Gil, and Kwame and all of that stuff, right? And so this is Kenyon's take on the whole situation.
Business, man. Like the dude who y'all was on the thing with the other day, what's his name? The chunky dude. When you was on the Kwame the other day.
Nigga got pressed him.
Low? Low? Oh, I don't know his damn name, whatever he is. Yeah, like he just like y'all chatting and this, that, and the third, and we just kept straight, like on there calling niggas nobodies and shit like that, bro. Like, nah, like that ain't more than a nobody. He was praising you for being who you are, and in the same breath, gonna be like, yeah, when them other dudes on the shows and nobody, they be nobody without you. Nobody. I think I'm been somebody for a long time now.
Shout out Jesse J.
Not low. Whoever
what you said with Kwame.
Yeah.
Did you?
The dude, I don't know his name, so obviously he's a nobody.
Sounds like nobody.
He's a nobody. So when we call praise for,
I need these niggas to say my name. Say my name, dog.
I just want it to be known that like we ain't.
Who is it?
I don't. I don't know his name, and I don't care to remember his name.
Okay.
But
Anton. Anton.
You know who I am. You know who I am. Say my name. Say my name. Say my name. So I'll try to play a little bit more, but that's pretty much the gist of it, right? So he was bothered by the fact that, which obviously, you know, they know who I am. And let me tell you the first thing that's so funny about this whole situation is when people try to act like they don't know who you are, or that you're not doing 100 million views in a month, and that you're not popping as usual and all of this other type of stuff. That's so cap. These dudes is so fake, right? They so fake. But let's get to Kenyon specifically. This is the honest to God truth. We praise him for his ability to be a basketball player. But he's nobody when it comes to this content creation game. If it wasn't for Gil, Kenyon would not be relevant. Nobody would be looking to talk to Kenyon Martin by himself. If Kenyon Martin started a podcast by himself, he would be absolutely garbage. And he in his feelings. He's in his feelings. We know him for being the Neanderthal on the court. We know him for being the rim runner. We know him for being the dude that's always angry, always threatening people, and always want to fight. That's what we know. But let's be honest. Like, nobody is checking for Kenyon Martin's take because everybody know that Kenyon Martin is crazy. Out here in the regular world, outside of his bubble that he lived in basketball, we call him Crazy Kenyon. We call him Crazy Kenyon. That's the honest to God truth. In the real world, we call him Crazy Kenyon because we all know that he got a screw loose. We know that he's almost 50 and he still want to fight everybody. We know that he's an angry person, right? And we also know that he's a Neanderthal, honestly, and without Gil, nobody cares about what Kenyon thinks. He's a player number 2. This nigga's Luigi in real life. He's Luigi, honestly. His whole life, which is great because everybody need a Pippen, everybody need a Kenyon, everybody need a Oakley, everybody need the angry enforcer. His whole life, he has never been able to do anything on his own. He's a player number 2 ass nigga. It just is what it is. Kenyon Martin, if he ever decided to create a platform on his own, no matter how much help he get, he is never doing numbers. He is never going to be big. He is never going to be popping. He'll never get 1 million subscribers ever to save his life. And I'm not saying anything that's crazy. I'm not saying anything personal about him. But in the old days, he would be known as what we call the court jester. The person with no brains, all brawn, strong as an ox. Strong as an ox. The slave masters would have got a premium for him. This is the truth. Just the truth. He would have been no leader of a movement. Nobody is looking to see what his take is. We would definitely get a premium for Kenyon. Absolutely. 100%. Now, don't let these niggas gas you up. They regular people just like everybody else. Don't let these niggas gas y'all up and think that they just this awesome in real life. These motherfuckers is retards. They are one. If you ask them anything outside of basketball, this nigga can't even put together a whole sentence. What makes you think that you'd be a great content creator? He can't put together a whole sentence without saying, and to be honest with you, we like Rashad better. We don't know why you was on the show on opening night. We don't know why you was on the show on opening day. We wanted Rashad, nigga. We didn't want to hear from you. We didn't want to hear from this nigga. I think that was the one fumble. Why wasn't Rashad on the show and why did they have Kenyon? Why did they have Kenyon and why they have Rashad? This motherfucker can't complete a thought. All he do is get angry and nobody give a fuck about what this nigga thinking. Nigga, you player number 3. We actually like several other people above you. You should be thanking Gil. You should be thanking Gil. You should get on your knees and make it right, my nigga. Y'all said he used to stutter. I bet you he did used to stutter. You should get on your knees and make it right, my nigga. If you wasn't born tall as fuck, you would definitely be the Neanderthal. Nigga, you would still just be a nigga in the hood doing nothing. Y'all niggas don't, these niggas ain't got no brains. They can't think their way out of a wet paper bag. Boy, you ain't never did nothing. You ain't never built nothing. The only thing you never did was run a rim. You the court gesture, nigga. We like you because we get to sit at the court side and we watch niggas like you put a basketball in the hoop. Nigga, that's your legacy. You put a basketball in the hoop. Don't nobody want to hear your thoughts. Don't nobody want to hear what you got to say. Ain't nobody interested to see whether or not you know what 2 + 2 is. Nigga, do you know how to add? Honest to God, these niggas is the Neanderthal. Bro, they are the entertainment. They the gladiators. We sit in a stance and throw grapes at these niggas. It's just the facts. It's the honest to God truth. It's the honest to God truth. They said, Anton, would you ever say this to Kenyon in person? Yes. Absolutely. Hold on, wait. Why y'all think that these niggas is the big bad bullies? What makes y'all think that these is big bad bullies? What does this nigga know how to, what he gonna do to me? What can you do to me? What, he gonna punch me in the face? Don't nobody give a fuck about these Neanderthals. Nobody cares. What is he gonna, what could he possibly do? What could he possibly do? I got security. My security is trained to kill. The nigga would never get close to me. Not even in a million years. Not in a million years. So let's throw all of the tough talk out of the window. We not talking about that. This ain't no street conversation. This ain't none of that. Y'all got to start normalizing these niggas and understand that you would be entertained by these niggas. These niggas is just the gladiators. There's thinkers. Okay, remember that cartoon called Pinky and the Brain? This nigga's Pinky. He's Pinky in real life. The nigga Pinky. Do you know why the majority of athletes go broke within, and I ain't talking about his finances, but just in general, do you know why the majority of athletes go broke within 5 years? Because they dumb. Most athletes are dumb. They are dumb. That's why y'all gotta stop praising these athletes and these rappers and shit like that. These motherfuckers is dumb as hell. Now, for this nigga to get offended, it shows me how dumb he is, because it means that he can't actually put together what was said and that it wasn't supposed to be offensive toward. And this the only nigga that got offended on the couch. And then he gonna try to get a team. He said all of y'all with an S. He said all of y'all with an S. It was all of us that he included. Don't let this nigga Kenyon gas y'all up and get y'all embarrassed on a live stream. I'm just giving him a little tap, on the butt. Good job, Neanderthal behavior. Good job, Neanderthal. Good job. Now shut up and dribble, my nigga. Just dribble. Just talk. Give your opinion. That they give you a platform to speak on. Shut up and dribble. We don't want to hear from these small pea brain niggas. God bless you, bro. Listen. You did good. Toby. You did good, Toby. You ran that rim and you put that ball in that net. You did good, Toby. Now your homeboy put you on. Your homeboy got you on a show, and now the nigga want to act like he all that. Nigga, everybody done looked out for you. You've been player number 2 for every team you own. You player number 4 on Gil's Arena, and you player number 0 when it comes to this content creation game. So, and we know that you a numbskull. So what I do know is this video is probably going to make him madder. He can't control himself because he don't have no self-control. He ain't having no self-control in NBA. He ain't got no self-control on the couch. The nigga still want to fight people at 47 years old. Nigga still trying to get into fights. I'm gonna fuck Kwame Brown up. I'm gonna fuck him up when I see him. Shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up. Don't nobody care about what you talking about, my nigga. Nobody is scared of you. Everybody got a gun. Nobody is scared. Everybody got guns. Everybody got security. Everybody got money. Nobody is scared of this nigga. So when we get past all of the superficial shit and a little silly shit, you still a dumb motherfucker. You been a dumb motherfucker your entire life. I guarantee you it was some teachers that passed this nigga through just so they can see him on the rim and dunk a basketball. Nigga, you a dumb motherfucker. You would have been nothing. Nothing, nigga, if it wasn't for your ability to strong arm and go back up and get a rebound. Rim running motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Anyways, y'all ready to continue on with the show? These niggas be killing me. I don't know his name. I don't care to know his name. You know my name, bitch. You know my name, bitch. You know what my name, say my name, nigga. 100 million people a month say it. You might as well say it too. Say my name, nigga. Neanderthal. CTE looking like motherfucking having. Say my name, nigga. Anton Daniels from AntonDaniels.com. The shit sounds so good. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Anton Daniels, nigga. Say my name, Toby. Think that just because we civilize the world that they have the ability to be able to talk to people like me. Too intelligent for you. Too smart. Too smart for people like you. And watch him fall right for the bait. I guarantee you, watch him. He gonna fall right into it because I got something for you. Oh, man, I was so excited when I seen Neanderthal head looking ass talking shit. I was so excited. I said, I ain't had an opportunity to be able to put a nigga in his place in a long time. I ain't had an opportunity to talk to a Neanderthal in a long time. I would be breeding people like you. Oh man. I'm used to dealing with people like, oh man. I'm so used to dealing with Neanderthals. I've been dealing with Neanderthals my entire life. I know, because I got a friend named Thirsty back in the hood. He just like Kenyon. I told y'all about Thirsty before, right? Strong as an ox. Love to play basketball, love to wrestle, love to fight. Got a 1.3 GPA. I got a good friend just like him. Just like him back in the hood. We call him Thirsty. I told y'all about him before. He's strong as an ox. Could fight, could run, could jump. We keep him around because we use him as an enforcer. We keep him around and use him as a... Look at Carrie trying to get me to stop. See, Carrie? What's up, Carrie? You want me to be nice? What's wrong, Carrie?
We've been going for like 10 minutes now, so I'm gonna give you one more minute.
I got one more minute?
One more minute.
Okay, Carrie, I'm gonna be nice.
All right.
All right, bye. All right, Neanderthal. We call you Crazy Kenny, not Kung Fu Kenny. We don't call you Kenyon Martin. We don't call you none of that. We call you Crazy Kenny. And you did good. You did good for yourself for being a Neanderthal. You did good. You did good for yourself. Leave it alone, my nigga. It's a new time. It's 2025. You 47. Leave that shit alone. Go home. Sleep it off. Sleep it off. Take your L just like everybody else do. Shut the fuck up. Get some rest, my nigga. Get ready to go on the next show. And shut the fuck up. We don't want to hear shit from you. Give us your basketball opinion. What did Wemby do yesterday? Huh? What did Wemby do? Who do you like for the next championship? Who's going to make it to the conference finals? Give us your approach of how you would have bullied somebody inside of the paint. That's all we want to hear from you niggas. We don't want to hear shit else. And for the rest of y'all, for the rest of you niggas that's giggling like little schoolgirls, don't let Kenyon get you in something you can't get out of, little nigga. Don't let Kenny get you in something you can't get out of. And again, I don't want to talk to a nigga that's not doing at least 100 million views a month. I don't want to talk to a nigga that's not individually doing at least 100 million views a month. This is my arena right here. You playing a dangerous game. Shut the fuck up. Do your job. Give us your takes. Talk about how you want to fight everybody. Neanderthal behavior. All right? Okay, Pumpkin? All right. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. I know my 1 minute is up. My 1 minute is up. Shout out to Gil. I love you, Gil. Shout out to Rashad McCants. I don't know the rest of y'all personally. My dog, Rashad and Gil, I rock with y'all. I don't know the rest of y'all, but let's keep it moving. All right? Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. We got over 19,000, almost 19,500 Patreon members. Let me give y'all a round of applause. Make sure y'all go and restream that last Patreon. We just did that a couple days ago. It was fire. We got a new Patreon that's coming up in less than a couple of days. And we're going to get it popping. Let me read some of these super chats and we're going to go ahead and get it taken care of. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I forgot about that shit. Carrie, you got to give me 1 more minute. This nigga had Trina's lips tattooed on his neck. Hold on. Let me pull that shit up. Give me a second. Carrie, just give me a little bit of time. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. This y'all tough guy? This the nigga that y'all follow? Trina's ex-boyfriend? Wait a minute, Carrie. Tell me that y'all not glazing Trina's ex-boyfriend. Come on, dog. Come on. Hold on, Gil. Hold on. I might have to call this nigga Gil. Y'all not sitting here telling me that Trina's ex-boyfriend is out here talking extra. How is this any different than the game? Remember when the game got the whatchamacallit on his face and then he covered it up? Come on, dog. Tell me that y'all not talking about Trina's ex-boyfriend. This is Trina's girl right here. Stop, bro. Stop. Just stop. Don't do it, bro. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want nothing to do with this nigga. Let this nigga be, man. Let this nigga breathe. This ain't what he want. We're going to go ahead and keep it moving. All right. Y'all ready to go ahead and get started with the show? Remember when Game got the butterfly tattoo on his face? These niggas is just gonna let me run roughshod over him. Don't do that, dog. Don't do that, dog. That's Trina's ex-girlfriend. All right. Think about that for a second, though. Is that Trina's lips? Because Trina was doing everybody. All right, I ain't going to do this. This ain't got nothing to do with Trina. Shout out to Trina, the baddest chick in the game. We love you, Trina. And this nigga got your lips on her. Fuck. I told you these NBA players ain't nothing but tricks, bro. These niggas ain't nothing but tricks. They ain't nothing, ain't nothing but tricks. And you got a good one off. You did get a good joke off. But leave me alone, dog. Just leave me alone, bro. Anyways. Oh, man. That's Trina's ex-girlfriend. I'm trying, Carrie. I'm trying my best to be the best person out here. All right. After Hours is tonight. I know y'all going to be looking forward to it on the other channel. On this channel, we got over 400,000 subscribers. On the Anton Daniels channel, we about to have 1.1 million subscribers by myself. Let me give myself a round of applause. We have over 1.1 million subscribers on the Anton Daniels by myself. Over 400,000 subscribers on this channel by myself. We got After Hours. That's at 100,000 subscribers. And we got the Darth Anton channel. When we come in with that, that's going to be at 100,000 soon. All right? Okay. All right. Okay, Pumpkin. This nigga said don't. I can't believe he said that. Who was he? Nigga, who was you? When I drop, dog. Hold on, let me show you who I am. Give me a second. Let me show you who I am. Give me a second. So I know everybody try to wonder and they don't be understanding what's going on. Let me show you who I am, dog. On one channel alone, in the last 90 days, I did 8.5 million watch hours and 216 million views and 300,000 more subscribers. On one channel. On one channel, 216 million views, 8.5 million watch hours, and 317,000 new subscribers in the last 90 days on one channel. Nobody can help this nigga. Nobody can help this nigga. They come to see me, not you, Otis. They coming to see me. They ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Nigga, they coming to see Gil. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Hey, dog, y'all should do a test. Y'all should set Kenyon up by himself and let him host the show by himself with no editors, no nothing. Just let him sit on the couch by himself and talk. And just give him the floor for like 2 hours and see what he come up with. Nigga, you on another nigga channel. That shit say Gil's Arena, not Crazy Kenyon. It say Gil's Arena, not Crazy Kenyon. Let alone letting him get his own channel by himself. Hey, somebody sponsor Kenyon. Hey, Underdog. Somebody give Kenyon his own show and see how much money he lose for y'all. Hey, Underdog. Somebody give Kenyon his own show and tell us how much money he gonna lose for y'all. Doozy. So, You know what? I'll beat his ass. Fuck that. I'll beat his ass. I'll beat his ass. Nobody came to see you, Otis. If it wasn't for Gil, that nigga would be like, nights like this, I wish that raindrops would fall. Oh, nights like this, I wish that raindrops will fall. What was it like going into the tattoo artist and saying, hey, my nigga, I'm the toughest nigga from where I'm from. Let me get that tattoo on my neck of Trina's lips. And they state, nigga, they stole from you. Nigga, your tattoo artist stole from you. You got another chick's lips on your neck. You went into the tattoo artist's shop and said, let me get these lips on my neck. Right here, where everybody can see it on national TV. Let me get some lips right here. Did you also get a tattoo of some fingers right by your ass too? Huh? Because it be the toughest niggas that's really on the down low. Did you get a tattoo of some fingers right on the crack of your cheek too? With some nails on it? Maybe you did that too. You know it be the toughest niggas that be on the down low. You know it be the toughest niggas that be on the low. Did you also get some fingers right by the crack of your, because we don't know what we don't know now. At this point, we don't know what we don't know. Yes, Carrie.
Anton, no finger talk.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm done.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye. Then a nigga gonna have the nerve to warn me and say, and I'm being nice about it. Get your dumb ass on up out of here and shut the fuck up with your stupid Neanderthal self. And I'm being nice about it. I'm not even going to go in the way. Who is this nigga? Nigga, I'm your daddy now. Listen, your name from now on, you not even Crazy Kenny no more. Your name is Anton's hoe. I'm your pimp, nigga. Whenever they, if you keep going, whenever they mention you, nigga, I'm going to be synonymous with Kenyon. Because, see, nobody is checking from Kenyon. Nobody is putting Kung Fu Kenny on the front of a thumbnail and saying, hey, guys, this is what Kenyon Martin said. That's Anton's hoe right there. Don't call that nigga Kenyon Martin Sr. no more. That's Anton's hoe. That's my hoe. Kenyon Martin is now my hoe. And every time that nigga get out of pocket, call me. Don't call Gil. Don't call Rashad. Don't call Brandon Jennings. Don't call none of these motherfuckers. Don't call all of them. Don't call the WNBA players on the couch. Don't call fat ass. If you really want to know who the fat ass is, it's the host of Gil's Arena. That chunky motherfucker is sitting there next to a bunch of NBA players and y'all can't get that nigga a trainer? That nigga one job is to sit there and read on a laptop. And he up there glazing, just giving all kind of head to Gil, just sucking dick to all of the other players. Why y'all got fat ass on the couch sitting there reading the laptop? You could replace that nigga with anybody. And that funky, fat ass, funky motherfucker is sitting there giggling like a little schoolgirl. Ain't got no accolade. Yeah, because we did it all. We did it. Then, yeah, we did it all. Butterbean looking motherfucker. Who the fuck is you? Do we even know this nigga's name? Who is fat ass in the middle of the couch on Gil's Arena? Who the big back? The lights, and you a light-skinned nigga too. You ain't even supposed to be that big. You ain't even supposed to be that big. See, you think that you can just giggle your way. You've been doing that shit your whole life. You've been giggling your way, being a court gesture for all of the other niggas that's on the basketball team. You the nigga that's been hanging out with the other niggas on the basketball team so you can get some pussy. You the type of nigga to join a fraternity in order to try to get some pussy. Cause we know your ass. We know you, big back. You just a friend of a friend, nigga. We don't even know your name. Who is this nigga? You the underdog host. You the underdog host, nigga. You one step away from having a lisp. Nigga, keep on giggling back and forth, keep going back and forth. What y'all niggas want to team up? You want to team up? Because, see, I seen your fat ass keep on mentioning it over and over again. Everybody keep letting this nigga get a pass. I'm on your ass, fat back. I'm on your ass, fat back. Tell Kenyon to get that nigga a trainer. Keep on talking, nigga. Introduce the subjects and shut the fuck up. We don't want to hear from you, nigga. We don't care about your opinion. We don't care about what you got to say. Keep on hosting everything. Who is you, Ernie? Is you Ernie or no? Because you don't look like Ernie to me. Let me take my glasses off. Is you Ernie? Huh, fatback? Nigga, keep on throwing alley-oops. We not gonna keep on taking shit from you, big boy. We don't even know your motherfucking name. We don't know nothing about you. I don't even know your name to get my people on it to find out who you are and what kind of research you did. Big ass nigga, keep on talking shit. Before you talk to me, talk to chunky butt over there. Talk to Charles Barkley, the off Temu version of Charles Barkley. You the Temu version of Charles Barkley, dog. Y'all better be careful, man. Don't keep mentioning people and saying their names and saying shit online and thinking that shit is sweet, because all of us ain't gonna play no games. We don't all look at you niggas and say, oh man, dog, we like you. We appreciate you for making us money. Y'all niggas hit the parlay for us back in the day. Keep it moving. Niggas just talking, just giggling, schoolgirls. I seen all the rest of you niggas up there at Underdog, all of you niggas that was in the background giggling like schoolgirls. Yep, I seen all of y'all niggas. Watch your motherfucking back, because I'll come for all of you niggas. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't have no strings on me whatsoever. At all. So you watch it, fatback, and Kenyon, I'm on your ass. You Anton's hoe. Y'all ready to get started with the show? Maybe I should change back into the regular Anton Daniels guy. I feel like this black is doing something for me. It's doing something to me. Oh, man. I'm putting cases on all you fools. Don't make me do it. Y'all niggas lucky I like Gil, man. Y'all lucky I like Gil. Now, what was we talking about? Oh, Chauncey Billups. We got to get to Chauncey. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. Let me read some of these super chats, and we're going to go from there. And you know what the funniest part about this whole thing is? Niggas always want to run and celebrate accolades as a collective. I'm a solo artist, and I still do 100 million views in a month. I'm by myself. Solo dolo. No help, nigga. Shout out to Curtis Rice. Says, when will the seat at the table be available? I'm going to have to let y'all know that inside of the Patreon. We about to start the show. I got to read these super chats first. I'm going to leave Crazy Kenyon up at the bottom so y'all could think about me. Shelby Scott says, bruh, the bag Chase fitted is hitting. I'm on it. We own it. It's coming soon. Let me switch back. I think it's the hat. That hat did something to me, bro. Morning Chasers, your time. Is it possible to make a revenue stream from stocks through daily, weekly, monthly, annual gains? Might have asked a Patreon kind of question. Yeah, I can deep dive into that because the next Patreon that we got is Stock Club. So we're going to deep dive into Stock Club next. Fatir Wood says, thanks for adding bookmarks back to the... Yep, I gave y'all timestamps. You welcome. It's really useful when I can't watch the live stream. Thanks for the info as usual. I appreciate you for the 20 ball Fatir. Shelby Scott says, Brug, the bag chaser fitted is fire. AR Smitty says, Kenyon never lived up to the Cincinnati hype. Ringless, Amari Stoudemire wannabe, never developed a consistent jumper. Martin, you mean that guy? He's blessed to be in the algorithm at all. Well, I made him relevant again. Where Ish could get messy. Shout out to welcome to the Millionaire Morning Show where Ish can get messy. Shout out to you. Chad from Morris says Gil was acting funny too. No, Gil's cool. Gil's cool. I ain't got no problem with Gil. Acting like he didn't know your name. Say his name. I don't know who none of them are anyways. TS Car Wash and Detail Service is in the building. Shout out to you. Says Big Dog. That's the wrong person to come at Big Dog. Kenyon Martin, one of those. One of those what? One of my hoes? What y'all think this nigga the boogeyman? One of what? One of my hoes? That's my hoe. That's Anton's hoe, nigga. I can't wait to go. Let me be quiet. Let me be quiet. We're going to hold off on some stuff. That's one of my hoe. That's my hoe, nigga. TS Car Wash says, Anton said, no other NBA podcast is popping like 7 p.m. in Brooklyn and 520 Jeff Teague, All the Smoke, Matt Barnes, and Stack, Ticket to Ticket Truth. What we talking about, Big Dog? Listen. For all of those, it's 100 of them that failed. It's 100 of them that failed. I can bring them up right now, but I don't want to throw them under the bus just because the rest of these niggas is embarrassing. It's a lot of NBA players podcasts that's not popping. Matter of fact, I'll give you one. Want me to give you one? Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade. I'll give you one right off the top of my head. Dwayne Wade. For all of those, it's 100 of them that has names that ain't popping at all. Not even a little bit. And salute to all of them. Salute to 7 p.m. in Brooklyn with Carmelo Anthony. I watched that. Salute to 520 with Jeff Teague and them. I love them. But for every one of them, it's another 200 of them that tried and failed miserably. See? Dwayne Wade got a podcast. Yep. So I'm not going to name no more just because they ain't got nothing to do with this. But you're wrong. You're wrong. But he was definitely on Michelle Obama's podcast. Her shit not even popping on the low. Chris Monroe STO said that was soft as F to act like he doesn't know your name. Bag chasers pull up. They know. He gonna know now. Terrible People Podcast says 80 ends this episode with my office hours is from 9 to 5. My office hours is from 9 to 9. You know what I'm saying? Gino Jen says, felt the rhythm, felt the ride. Come on, y'all. It's just rim running time. Love you, man. Keep talking your ish, says Isaiah Robinson. Noble Xavier says, how thirsty? Shoot the ball again. That's how you shoot. Amani Intelligence says, first it was these hating big back women, and now I see these rim runners. And you know what they mean by rim running too. Dang, I just got off a plane from Hawaii and jump on YouTube and Anton going off. What did I miss? You ain't miss nothing, 392. You ain't miss nothing. Kmart wants to be flued out, AD. I got him a ticket. Don't worry about it. We'll get him an interview. Kmart's still mad about you saying he was bullying Swaggy P. Oh yeah, I forgot Swaggy P was on there too. But I don't think he was saying nothing. I ain't got nothing to say about Swaggy P right now. Shout out to Swaggy P. You can't talk about Cincy's finest like that, Anton, from AntonDaniels.com. Come on, no, Slimmy. Listen, tell them to leave me alone. Carrington Love Jr. says, you a selfish mother effer for withholding the bag chaser hats from the people, Anton. I just got this in the mail yesterday. I literally just got this in the mail yesterday. I just got it. This is my first time having it. Hell has a special bucket waiting for that ass, brother. I got y'all. We working on it, y'all. Shout out to, we talking about it. Cool Eric 95 says, I remember walking through the mall as a kid and they had a big Champs advertisement hanging from the rafters. And it was a big picture of the game with that butterfly tattoo smack dab in the middle. Oh, tattoo the lips and the streets is crazy work, says Amani. J Ben says, I knew we were in trouble when you went black on black. We working on it. Champagne and 88 Grey Goose says, get Trina on after hours. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Chris Cunningham says, 80 put vice grips on ninjas this week. I'm putting cases on everybody too. Kerry gotta let ninjas rock. See, Kerry trying to put the clamps on me. CEO First says, there's no coming back from when a grown man calls you pumpkin. It's equivalent to getting open, hands slapped. Keep doing God's work, Mr. Daniels. Cynthia Haynes says, congratulations, Sir AD. May God continue to cover you and protect your beautiful blessings. Mr. Joe in the building says, people tune into Gil's Arena to see Gil, Rashad, and Swaggy P in that specific order. I keep saying, y'all, he number 4. He definitely number 4. You should check out Stephen A. Smith's take on ESPN on his gambling scandal. He really caping for POCs, especially after apology. Oh, we're going to get to all of that. We're going to get to the apology. We're going to get to that. We going to the gambling segment. We going to all of that right after this. DJ Complex says the HR calls mid-rant. Shout out to Kerry AD going full smack summer madness. What you know about the rap battles? Chris Cunningham says we called ninjas like Hosea Towel Boys back in high school. Latrell says, this is what happens when you poke the bear. I ain't even got started. That's just a tap. That's just a little tap. These niggas had no idea this level of smoke was coming. You was born for this, AD. Chad from Moore says, I can't wait to see what this clip, on do number. And I don't care about that. I just wanted to talk to him. Brando says, Anton got Black Air Forces on today. That's a fact. Xavier Phillips in the building. Shout out to Xavier Phillips. Carrington Love Jr. says, Anton, I've accepted all of your appeals on the fines that have been placed on you for your behavior on the network. We have the shareholders calling in today. This is it. This is it for you, for your ass, pal. I got y'all on the hats. I promise. AD, I'm going to have to make a song for the bag chasers. Shadow Dragon TV says, always good to see Fight Club late night and Wednesday Anton from time to time. Gulf Coast Bama says, time to dine. You know we getting on them, laughing, vouching ninjas first. Court pre-show super chat got blitz. Kmart did it. Xavier Phillips, what up though? We appreciate you. FFT says, Anton, completely unrelated. What are your thoughts on the scale of XRP? We gonna talk about it on after hours, y'all. I mean, on the Patreon. Kerry said, Anton, no finger talk, no finger talk. Cause man, I just don't be understanding what's wrong with these dudes. All right. Y'all ready? All right, let's get to it. Next on the docket, we're going to get to these NBA arrests. Just wanted to call out Crazy Kenyon. Get this motherfucker off my screen. Crazy. That's Anton's hoe out there. Shout out to Anton's hoe. Y'all know who Anton's hoe is? Hey, for everybody in the chat, I want y'all to do me one favor. I don't ask for much. Tell me the first name of who Anton's hoe is before we go over to the next part of the show. Everybody in the chat, I want you to tell me the first name of who Anton's hoe is. I'm going to give you a hint. I'm going to give you a hint. Who Anton's hoe, y'all? Oh, y'all got it. Y'all got it. Oh man, I love y'all. Look at y'all. Y'all know what's up. Look at y'all doing the Lord's work. Woo-wee. Woo-wee. Kenya. Oh, he said Kenyatta. 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 I'm gonna put your name in the algorithm, boy. Oh, all right, y'all. That's enough. We've done what we came to do. Let's move on with the show. Oh man, that's so beautiful. All right, y'all. Let's get to it. Chauncey Billups. Chauncey Billups. But it's more than just Chauncey Billups. I heard Damon Jones, Terry Rozier. Everybody is caught up. But here's the thing. It's more than just getting caught up with gambling. The FBI, Kash Patel, came online and he announced that it's bigger than that. We gonna get to it, y'all.
All right, we've got some breaking news for you. Miami Heat point guard Terry Rozier and Portland Trail Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups have been arrested in connection to an FBI sports gambling investigation. Next hour, we're expecting FBI Director Kash Patel to appear with the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of New York at a press conference announcing indictments surrounding those allegations. All right, CNN's Kara Scannell is joining us now with the latest. What are you learning about this? This just came in just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, these arrests just happened. And of course, the Miami Heat guard, Terry Rozier, and Chauncey Billups, the head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers, have been arrested. A third former NBA player is also charged. And what law enforcement officials tell us is that the
third former NBA player is Damon Jones, y'all. All right.
Two separate schemes here. One involved a game rigging scheme. That's involved Terry Rozier, and he allegedly provided information about who was playing in games, who might be on the injury list, to some of the sports.
Hold on.
And what law enforcement officials tell us is that there are two separate schemes here. One involved a game rigging scheme. That's involved Terry Rozier, and he allegedly provided information about who was playing in games, who might be on the injury list, to some of the sports bettors that he was involved with, and he benefited himself financially.
Dummy.
According to one official, he bowed out of a game faking an injury about 9 minutes in to help whatever bet had been placed on that game. Then there is a separate alleged scheme, and that's the one that allegedly involves the coach of the Trailblazers. And in that alleged scheme, that also involves three families from the New York mafia families, the Genovese, the Bonanno, and the Gambino crime families. That this is a poker scheme, according to sources, that involved playing Texas Hold'em, and that Billups was part of that scheme, attending these games. And according to one official, his attendance was there to be used as sort of a distraction to some of the other players who were playing, all part of a poker ring. So two separate sports betting schemes that they're announcing today. And we will, of course, learn much greater detail about what all of this entails next hour, when we do expect to see the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of New York, the NYPD police chief, as well as the FBI Director Kash Patel, kind of laying out the breadth of these two alleged schemes. And we'll find out how much money is actually involved in all of this.
Yeah,
Yo, these dudes is involved in mafia level schemes. First of all, if you are a professional athlete, I ain't even just gonna say an NBA player. If you're a professional athlete and you getting professional athlete money, because again, this is why I said when I was talking to Kwame, and again, this ain't got nothing to do with Gil in particular, but this is why I said, I don't believe these niggas. I don't believe them. Let me pull up Terry Rozier's contract. Terry Rozier, according to Sports Track, has made career earnings totaling $160 million in career earnings. That can't be right. There's no way that you can tell me that this could be right. According to Sport Track, Terry Rozier has made $160 million in career earnings. This can't be right. No way that he's made this type of money. 19 through 21. Currently, he's with the Miami Heat. 19 through 21, average salary $18 million. 3 years, $56 million. 4 years, $8 million. And then his big contract was 3 years, 56. No effing way, bro. No way. No way. And he's still in the league today? That can't be right. That can't be right. You said it's right, J-Rock? Okay, so let's assume that it's right then. All right? Let's assume that it's right. Now, if this is right, $160 million in career earnings and he's still in the league today, why would you ever get involved in throwing games allegedly, because I did look at one of the games that they said that he bet the under. It was a heavy under bet on his behalf. And then that's the game that he had mysteriously got injured. You take the integrity out of the game. That's the first thing that happens. And this is a nightmare. This is a nightmare for the NBA, because the NBA, much to my own disagreement, has gotten so involved. All of the sports leagues have gotten so involved in sports betting, and it's integrated. It's on every podcast. That's why I won't take any kind of advertisement from any of these sports betting companies, because it is addictive, it's horrible, and it's bad. Even me, right? I like to bet occasionally during the NBA games. Nothing major, nothing that's life-shattering or anything like that compared to how much money that I make. But I won't promote it to other people because I see how it does to people. Man, listen, the NBA, the integrity of the game is more important than the game itself. Because if people are thinking that it's a possibility that you're throwing games, then that just removes the incentive to watch it or the incentive to participate in it. It's crazy, bro. Why would you get involved with gambling at that level? At that amount of money? I'm telling you, man, these people, they don't know money. They don't know how to handle money. They ain't got no money, and they fumble it all. Half of it go to Uncle Sam. The other half of it, another 10 to 20% of it probably go to lawyers and agents. And that's still a lot of money. And then the other half, another piece of it go to lifestyle. And now you out there throwing games allegedly? Whoa.
Details should be coming out in not too much time, certainly today. And of course, they are.
You say he on the bench, Anton, that's why? It don't matter. I'm still getting paid.
Until proven guilty, but these allegations are some really surprising ones that we've gotten this morning. Thank you so much. I'm going to also bring in Christine Brennan, CNN sports analyst and sports columnist for USA Today. What are the rules with the NBA? Because some of the gambling policies, because some of these policies have been lessened and lightened over time. But first of all, did it shock you to hear this, that these two people were caught up in all of this? And second of all, like, what are the rules that are being followed? Because sports betting has become huge in this country.
Sarah, as you know, it is huge, and it's almost like, when was this going to happen? Here it's happened, this bombshell. And of course, the timing could not be worse for the NBA, just starting its season, the grand opening, every team having its first game, just as big a story as you could have. And then this bombshell drops right into the middle of it. Of course, as it should, in terms of investigation.
I'm going to go over to Cash Patel because he actually made the announcement. This is Cash Patel actually talking about the indictment itself.
Breaking news that chaotic today. Traffic illegal street tours in Manhattan tonight.
Nope, that's wrong. Got the wrong one. Give me a second.
I'm now going to turn the podium over to FBI Director Kash Patel.
Good morning. Today we are here in New York to announce a historic arrest across a wide-sweeping criminal enterprise that envelops both the NBA and La Cosa Nostra. The men and women up here standing with me represent a small portion of the leadership team that brought profound justice in an era that needed it more than any. I'll just highlight some of the details in the case and the FBI work, and then you'll hear from the others. But as you now know, individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today, former, current NBA players and coaches. What you don't know is that this is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years. The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing. Not only did we crack into the fraud that these perpetrators committed on the grand stage of the NBA, but we also entered and executed a system of justice against La Cosa Nostra to include the Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchesi crime families. And you'll hear more about those details today. The charges and the arrests that were taken down across this country range from wire fraud, money laundering, extortion, robbery, illegal gambling. This FBI will leave no room for any perpetrator of crime across the country. You hear a lot about our work of defending the homeland and crushing violent crime. Well, this work is also representative of a colossal portion of the FBI's mandate to keep America safe and to keep our entertainment industry fair and secure. The men and women that are standing up here today worked tireless hours, days, months, and years. And the fraud is mind-boggling. It's not hundreds of dollars. It's not thousands of dollars. It's not tens of thousands of dollars. It's not even millions of dollars. We're talking about tens of millions of dollars in fraud and theft and robbery across a multi-year investigation. And we could not have done it without our interagency partners that are before us today. The NYPD, HSI, and teams of law enforcement officials from around the country made this day possible. It takes a team to bring this kind of justice, sweeping justice, into the halls of the United States courtrooms, where our brave United States attorney has led this prosecution. It takes courageous prosecutors to stand before you and say, we will not allow this kind of illicit activity to happen, not only at the national sporting level, but also where it hides in La Cosa Nostra. And when these two collided together, they perpetrated a fraud that is historic in terms of not just money, but the scheme and the deceit that they utilize to steal and swindle people from money, to include crypto fraud. This is an operation that showcases to you that under President Trump's administration, there is no room for any type of criminal behavior, be it on the world's largest stage or in the back rooms of tiny parlors where card games are being played. We are proud to stand here today with the men and women of the FBI and this legal team. And to the United States Attorney, I just want to thank you personally for taking the time to display the work that the media is about to hear about today in detail. As I said, it does take courageous prosecutors, but it takes a courageous United States attorney to bring this case, because we are going to take heat for it. But we don't shy away in this administration. We don't say no. What we do is we bring the results across the finish line. We bring them to the public. We bring you accountability. And yes, they will have their day in court, and you will hear the evidence through the court system exclusively. We will not deny anyone of due process. And that's the brilliance of this system. That's the brilliance of this administration. Everyone will be held to account. So with that, I turn it over to United States Attorney Nosella. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Patel. To be clear, we're announcing today indictments in two major cases, both involving fraud. One involves sports betting, and the other involves illegal gambling, very specifically rigged poker games. The first indictment involves 6 defendants who are alleged.
This is why I don't do home games. For those of you that may not be familiar what a home game is outside of a casino, right? So it's almost like shooting dice. If you want to go shoot dice, it's a possibility you could be playing a real game, or it's a possibility that you could be playing with dudes that's playing with dice that ain't right, and people is out there finessing. It's a lot of rappers that allegedly got caught up in dice games that they basically got finessed. They say that, you know, some of these dudes be having these rappers, they be inviting a lot of these streamers. It's a lot of streamers that they invited over to gambling games, and they got finessed and they got took for a bunch of money. And then they be like, hey man, you want to come back again? You want to come over and gamble again? You want to come out and hang out with us again or whatever? And all they doing is finessing them for their money. And so thank you. Yeah, the new hat is dope. And so now what you're basically seeing and witnessing is that they are saying that a lot of these NBA players were involved in situations where basically the mafia and different other people were rigging games in which they already don't want you to do it, right? So they already gonna be mad at you for doing it. They already gonna hold you accountable and say, oh no, you're not supposed to do it. Oh no, you know, because unless you got a charity license, in which they still real strict about how it is that you're using that charity license, unless you're just using a charity license, they already gonna be on you. Right? So you just having a home game, which you can try to sell it and say, well, yeah, it's just a regular home game. It's just a bunch of friends that are getting together and they just out there having a good time and they just doing whatever it is that they doing. If you know, you're already under scrutiny as a person that has a lot of visibility and all of that stuff. And now you involved in a rigged game, in a system, and then you starting to get into sports betting. Man, these dudes are stupid. They stupid as ever, bro.
Alleged to have participated one of the most brazen sports corruption since online sports betting became widely legalized in the United States.
Idiots.
This scheme is an insider sports betting conspiracy that exploited confidential information about National Basketball Association athletes and teams.
Mafia is alive and well.
The second indictment involves 31 defendants alleged to have participated in a nationwide scheme to rig illegal poker games. These defendants, which include former professional athletes, used high-tech cheating technology to steal millions of dollars from victims in underground poker games that were secretly fixed. The games in the New York area were backed by the Bonanno, Gambino, and Genovese crime families of La Cosa Nostra.
I didn't even know these guys still existed.
Well, the cases are separate. There are 3 overlapping defendants charged in both cases: Damon Jones, Eric Ernest, and Shane Hennon. The indictments in these cases contain only allegations, and the defendants are presumed innocent until they are proven guilty in a court of law. But my message to the defendants who've been rounded up today is this: your winning streak has ended. Your luck has run out. Violating the law is a losing proposition, and you can bet on that. First, I would like to talk about United States versus Ernest, the NBA basketball gambling case. The defendants in this case are Eric Ernest.
Y'all know somebody snitched, right? I'm just going to tell y'all right away. Listen, you don't get this level of an indictment unless you can actually get somebody to tell and say what's really happening. That's the only way that you get this level of indictment. Y'all, no. Don't put this on Gil. You can't put this on Gil because they said that this was a multiple year indictment. Gil just got arrested the other day, and his name is not even mentioned in this whole thing. So I don't think that this is a thing.
Marvez Farley, Shane Hennon, De Niro Laster, Damon Jones, a former NBA player and coach, and Terry Rozier,
tapping in
a
all
current
of my
NBA
contacts.
player. Other co-conspirators were previously charged for their roles in the scheme, including former NBA player Jonte Porter. Between
oh man, they are going for Everybody. Yo, listen. Before we even continue on with this show, it does not pay to do crime. Again, it does not pay to do crime. Stay out if you can. If you can avoid it by any means. Listen, if you get rich, the only thing that you should be trying to do is reduce the amount that you're paying in taxes, and they already consider that a finesse. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing that you should be trying to do is reduce your tax burden and starting businesses and getting a really good accountant. Bro, if you already get rich, stay out the mix, man. Stay out the mix. Your job is to stay rich. Your job is to stay rich. Your job is not to do anything except for to stay rich, bro.
December 2022 and March 2024, these defendants perpetrated a scheme to defraud by betting on inside, non-public information about NBA athletes and teams. The non-public information included when specific players would be sitting out future games, or when they would pull themselves out early for purported injuries or illnesses.
So dumb.
They relied on corrupt individuals, including Jones and Rozier. They also misused information obtained through long-standing friendships that they had with NBA players and coaches. And in at least one instance, they got their information by threatening a current player, Porter, because of his pre-existing gambling debts. Defendants used this non-public information to...
Why y'all doing business with bad people? Why are you getting involved in gambling? Listen, y'all. When I'm telling y'all that it's a lot of these people, a lot of these NBA players are not just NBA players, all across the board, because I don't think it's over. I don't think it's over. A lot of these guys, the first thing that they do you know it's guys in the NBA that during the game, they can't wait to get back to the plane so they can get to the card game? Bro, a lot of these guys have gambling problems, and they be currently in the NBA and they getting squeezed because they got a gambling debt that they didn't pay. But why are you even involved with people that you shouldn't be doing business with in the first place? And this is why I move by my lonely. This is why I move by my lonely. I don't want to be involved in nothing that nobody else got going on, because these people be having some stuff going on, bro.
Place hundreds of thousands of dollars in fraudulent bets, mostly in the form of prop bets on individual player performance. The bets were placed through online sports books and also in person at casinos. The defendants relied on a network of straw bettors to place the maximum amount of bets.
So basically what they're saying is, how they break it down is that they have a whole lot of people in a whole lot of different places to bet smaller amounts, instead of just like one person or one mafia man or one somebody go in and they place $100,000 bet or a $2 million bet. No, they spread it out. So you bet 5,000. You bet 6,700, you bet 500, you bet this, you bet that. And so they spread it out amongst a whole bunch of people. And this is why they like, let me tell you something. Online betting, all online betting is, and a lot of people don't understand this, all online betting is a way for them to be able to leverage technology to be able to monitor and recognize when an anomaly happens. That's all it is. All online betting is, it's not based off of convenience. It's based off of trying to find out what people are doing and then look for the anomalies. And now that they got AI, it's going to be 10 times worse, because now they're able to recognize certain patterns. So if something is out of control or if something is amiss, it's going to get caught immediately. It's going to send a red flag. It's going to trigger an investigation. And then that's how they start to catch people. You catch one person, you break them, you make them snitch, and then he go and give somebody else up because he going to save himself. And next thing you know, they got this multi-year indictment that allows for people to go to jail, and it goes all the way up to the top.
to increase their potential profits. Most of these bets succeeded, and the intended losses were in the millions of dollars. The defendants then laundered their illegal winnings in various ways: peer-to-peer platforms, bank wires, and simple cash exchanges.
Y'all want to know why it's so hard for y'all to be able to get certain things off? As a regular person, I can go into the bank and I say, hey, I need this amount of money in cash, or I need this. They want to know everything about you. Okay, so I need your driver's license. Wait a minute, you already got my account. It's my name on it. Yeah, but I need to see your license again so I can record this. This is how banks work. I worked at banks. I know exactly how it goes. If it's above a certain amount, if it's below a certain amount, but there's more than one transaction over a certain period of time, let's say over a week, and it totals a certain amount, they have already programmed everything to be able to use the software. Listen, let me give y'all some game. Let me give y'all some game, because everybody can't break it down to y'all like this. I'm gonna break this down for y'all. I worked at Comerica Bank. I worked at Flagstar Bank. It merged with New York Community Bank. We had to do the training. I was a UX UI guy. I was the director of UX UI, in which I had to stand up the practices that allow for us to make it easier for you guys to use the banking apps, for you guys to make your deposits when you go to the ATM. That was what I was in charge of, UX UI of all things banking related. And that's why they paid me so much money, because they were paying me to stand up new technologies that other big companies like the Googles and the Facebooks and all of them were already using as far as technology. So I would implement, or I would create a team. I had to create a team that brought in a team that basically implemented some of these same technologies, and it was across the whole bank. So whether you went over into the ATMs, how you was using the ATMs, the software, the internal software that the tellers were using, the software that the caller agents was using. When we implemented certain other things that we bought from Salesforce to give them the scripts, to then flag certain things for it to then go here and go there, the banking apps that you were using, that is what we worked on regularly. And in order for us to do that, we had to go in and study every single thing, from the mortgage side to be able to identify certain fraud, from the deposits, all of that, the CTRs. And what will happen is we would basically learn, and we had to learn. And I will tell you that the software that is being used by banks, and banks will get fined if they don't use certain software, is specifically given to them from the federal government. The federal government requires for them to use a certain software that they basically monitor all transactions. That's how they know whether or not to block you out and lock you out if you're a terrorist. If you're able to do this, if you're able to do that, you all go into a database and in a bank, right? You go into a database that's monitored from the federal government that flags them to find out whether or not you are or you're not legit, depending on what kind of deposits that you're making. So if a person is laundering money, for example, right? If a person is laundering money, they want to be able to find out what you putting in. Maybe you putting in smaller deposits because you know that if you put in under a certain amount and you deposit it in an ATM at a certain time and all of this stuff, man, they up on all of that. They up on everything. They know everything. So if you are legit, it will flag you, but then at the same time, it's like, okay, that person is legit. They money coming from legit sources. They really are a business person, so on and so forth. And so you don't have anything to worry about. And that is the beauty of operating legit. One of the reasons that they target these high profile NBA players, NBA coaches, as far as these mafia bosses and stuff, is because they legitimately make a lot of money, but they got bad habits. So not only are they leveraging them in order to make money when it comes to being able to rig the games, and I believe that every major sport is rigged. Anything that you can bet on is rigged, but they're also leveraging them in order to launder money because they can justify the fact that they have large deposits going in and going out, and so they basically become a slave to the system. And I can't believe that these guys allow themselves to get caught up in this system. I can't believe that these guys allowed themselves to get caught up in the system. Good God. Good God.
The indictment details specific examples where the defendants profited from illegal gambling and illegal betting on various NBA games, about the performance of players on, among other things, the Charlotte Hornets, the Portland Trail Blazers.
Well, you said you can get flagged, but just give your ID, et cetera, and the flag is removed. No, you got to give your ID. If it's in a business account, you got to do more than your ID. You also have to tell what kind of business you are, what your position is in the business. They can ask you a lot of different questions depending on what the deposit is and what account that you get, what type of account that you're getting it out of. So I'm not going to give y'all too much more information because I don't know how much more I should be able to give y'all because I don't know. I mean, I don't work at a bank anymore, but I'm just telling you the straight up truth. If you go into a casino, for example, right? And a lot of people, they don't like to get a player's card because they don't want to be recorded. They don't want the money to be, you know what I'm saying? They don't want you to be able to tell how much they bet and whatever and what the betting patterns are, which the casino incentivizes you by saying, okay, well, we'll give you comps based off of what your betting pattern is. And we'll also give you hotels and perks and all of this stuff, right? And like, for example, here in Michigan, if you cash in $3,000 or more, then you have to fill out a slip. The slip goes straight to the IRS. They know exactly how much you won, so on and so forth. You have to basically fill out, they record you in the system. You got to give your ID. You got to give a player's card. If you get a hand pay, let's say you go in there and you hit for more than $3,000 and you get a hand pay at the slots. I don't play slots, but at the slots, if it's above a certain amount, they got to wait. They bring out an agent. The person actually writes your information down. They take your license, whatever, and then they give you the hand pay money. But they have to record all of that stuff and send it straight to the IRS.
The Los Angeles Lakers and the Toronto Rangers. Each defendant in the NBA basketball gambling case has been charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud and conspiracy to commit money laundering. Now, I would like to turn to the other case, United States versus Aiello, the rigged poker game case. Beginning as early as 2019, the defendants in this case orchestrated a scheme to use wireless cheating technology to run rigged poker games across the United States, including in the Hamptons, Las Vegas, Miami, and Manhattan. The scheme targeted victims known as, quote, fish, who were often lured to participate in
a fish is a person that just don't know no better, right? A fish is a person that may not be as skilled, but they have a lot of money, and so they participating in the game, and they don't know that you know, and they know a bunch of other people. So usually if you say, oh man, it's a fish here, it's a fish at the table, or if it's somebody else, then that means that it's a person that just innocently ain't no professional poker player, is probably not even that good, but is just there to have a good time, but they got a lot of money to lose, and chances are they are going to lose it, but they're going to think that they lost it just to other people that are just like them. In reality, they're losing it to an organized crime system that they never had a chance at winning at in the first place.
These rigged games by the chance to play alongside former professional athletes who were known as, quote, face cards. The so-called face cards included the defendant Chauncey Billups, who at the time of the scheme was a former NBA player and is currently the head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers.
What you do in the past is going to come back to haunt you. That's why you don't want to do no dumb shit while you are in waiting. Then you wind up getting something good, like he's now the head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers after he was a NBA player, and he's also a part of the 2004 Pistons championship team alumni, so he was always going to be getting money. But in between, former NBA player before he became another head coach, he was involved in some other stuff. This is why I keep telling y'all, bro, character is going to keep you where your talent is going to take you. You may be going through a low, you may be at a low, but you still grinding, you still hustling. Do not get caught up in no bullshit, because when you at the top, that's when they're going to tap your shoulder. Hey, fam, let me see you real quick. NBA season just started, and he already in trouble.
And also Damon Jones, a former NBA player and coach. What the victims, the fish, didn't know is that everybody else at the poker game, from the dealer to the players, including the face cards, were in on the scam.
Jesus.
Once the game was underway, the defendants fleeced the victims out of tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars per game. The defendants used a variety of very sophisticated cheating technologies, some of which were provided by other defendants in exchange for a share of the profits from the scheme. For example, they used off-the-shelf shuffling machines that had been secretly altered in order to read the cards in the deck, predict which player at the table had the best poker hand, and relay that information to an off-site operator. The off-site operator sent the information via cell phone back to a co-conspirator at the table, and that person at the table was known as the quarterback. The quarterback then signaled secretly the information he had received from others to others at the table, and together they used that information in order to win their games and to cheat the victims.
Everybody's snitching. I'm telling you right now. Everybody's snitching. Everybody telling. Don't nobody want to go to jail. Everybody gonna snitch, and they gonna go further up the ladder. It's going down, bro. This is going to be so bad. This is going to be so ugly for sports.
Defendants used other cheating technologies, such as poker chip tray analyzers, which is a poker chip tray that secretly reads cards using a hidden camera, special contact lenses or eyeglasses that could read pre-marked cards, and an X-ray table that could read cards face down
These dudes
on the
just
table.
running roughshod
What you
over
see
people.
depicted on the screen right now is an example of the X-ray table that reveals the cards. Although they are face down on the table, they can be read because of the X-ray technology. The Mafia, specifically members and associates of the Bonanno, Gambino, and Genovese organized crime families, had pre-existing control over non-rigged, illegal poker games around New York City. As a result, they also became involved in the rigged poker games, helping to organize the games and taking a cut of the proceedings, and working to enforce the collection of debts. The defendants laundered their proceeds, including through cash exchanges, the use of multiple shell companies, and through cryptocurrency transfers. As part of the scheme, some of the defendants and their co-conspirators also committed acts of violence, including the gunpoint robbery of a person in order to obtain a rigged shuffling machine, and extortions that were perpetrated against victims in order to ensure that they repaid their gambling debts. Defendants who participated in the rigged poker scheme are charged with wire fraud conspiracy. Other defendants have been charged with crimes including illegal gambling, money laundering, Hobbs Act robbery, and extortions. This case demonstrates our office's unrelenting commitment to fighting the scourge of organized crime in whatever form it takes.
What we're announcing today is not just another.
That's just crazy, bro. This is crazy. Hey. Shout out to all of the squares in the building. Shout out to all of the squares in the building. Hey, it's cooler than ever to be a square, ain't it? It's cooler than ever to be a square, ain't it? Ain't nothing like being a good square. Just stay out the mix. Ain't got to worry about it. You can go sleep at night. You ain't got no stress on you. You did the best that you can do day in and day out, and you can just keep it moving. Shout out to the squares. It's just chilling, slow motion like a villain. Ain't got to worry about it. Ain't got to worry about getting snitched on. Hey, man, you told? Hey, bro, what's going on? It's some NBA players that's suiting up tonight that's probably scared out of their socks. Scared out of their socks. It's so cool being a square. It's so cool being a square. Man, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. Yeah. So thankful. So thankful. So thankful for being a square. Woo! Let them talk about you. Just keep being a square. Divinely Favored and Unbothered says, hey, I need a collab with you and Officer Tatum to just curse the stupidity out here. You two cussing the loonies is hilarious. Shout out to Officer Tatum. You friends with Kwame Brown? Yeah, Kwame is my guy. That's my dog. I like Kwame. TS Car Wash and Detail Service says these millionaires spend all their money, but bills don't stop, so they go this route, right? They got bad gambling habits, bro. They already be in the gambling world. Oh, they done effed up real bad. That's a fact. Brian the filmmaker says, I know Terry personally, Cleveland guy. I think he been doing this for a while. You missed my 20 ball super chat, but it got bull rushed by the 50 ball. Did I miss it? I'm sorry, bro. Hold on. Give me a second. Courtney. Let me see something, Courtney. I'm sorry. I didn't see it, big dog. I don't even see it right now. Salute to you, AD. You missed my 20 ball, but it got... Shout out to you, Courtney. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you to always holding me down, big dog. Thank you, bro. I don't take it lightly. Chauncey was the best. Oh, y'all sinners. Come to the front of the congregation. Mr. Joe says, pro sports integrity has always been compromised due to how much money is involved. Facts. That's a fact. Spaces says, this is why I don't follow sports. It's all rigged. It is, bro. Just get out. If y'all into sports betting, just get out of there. If it ain't something chill like $100 or something, get out of it. Last week my boss told us that we were going to be laid off in December. I watched Interview Like a King and officially start my new IT admin position. Job next month. God is good. Shout out to the bag chasers and the Patreon members. Me University says elites love black liaisons, but they will cry and cut. Equal Opportunity Smoke says the NBA is in business with FanDuel Mafia and Prize Picks Cartel. Adam Silver should be next. The money, they want all of the money to themselves, but yeah, cooked. Appreciate you, Equal Opportunity. Purple Haze in the building says somebody drew attention to, like Denzel, an American Gangster, and that's all it took. The House of Cards are about to fall, and people are about to start singing if they not already. If they smart, they'll call and volunteer. Rigged poker games that Gil drop a court dime? I don't think so. I don't think so. Brian the filmmaker says on some Sopranos, someone had a wire. That's a fact. Sniper says Gilbert was working with the Israel mob, not the Italian mafia. Yeah, I don't think Gil got nothing to do with this. Change the narrative says Al Sharpton admitted to being an informant to bring down Don King. I know. But that was when Al Sharpton was big. Hey, my name is Al Sharpton. And I don't know why they think that we can just continue to do things that they're not supposed to do. And I endorse Jasmine Crockett for Senate. And we don't like Trump. We don't like Trump. We don't. And we're going to march against Target. We're going to march against the church. We're going to march against Trump. We're going to march. And I also endorse Mom Donnie for the New York mayor of the United States of America. And I don't care if he's a socialist and I'm a capitalist. I only care about whether or not he's for black people. And he seems to be against white people, so that's good enough. Okay? Now, thank you to MSNBC and Kamala Harris for ensuring that I continue to get paid despite the fact that I'm a snitch. Okay? All right, and now. Shout out to Al Bobblehead Sharpton. Al Sharpton. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. Shout out to Al Sharpton. Shout out to Al Sharpton. We going over to you need an impression soundboard app. I'm just chilling, bro. I'm just trying to figure out where my place is in this world since don't nobody know me. Nobody knows me. Nobody knows me, according to my whole Kenyon. According to my whole Kenny, nobody knows me. All right. All right, let's get into it. Steven, my boy. I have no faith in Stephen A. Smith. Congratulations to your daughter's birthday, OG Circle Gang. I have no faith in Stephen A. Smith at all. At all. Not even a little bit. No faith in Stephen A. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Because Stephen, my boy, is so weak. So weak. He hate LeBron. I'm standing 10 those times. I hate LeBron. But they bullied him. I didn't know who could bully Stephen A. I thought he was standing on his 10 toes down. But he bent the knee. He definitely bent the knee. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Straight Shooter. And then got the nerve to name his show Straight Shooter with Stephen A. Smith.
You took a close-up of my face right now. You'll see the right side of my face swollen. I had emergency root canal, double root canal surgery. And so I've been down and out and drugged up and stuff like that over the last few days, trying to overcome this stuff. But nevertheless, it is what it is. I'm here right now. I wanted to take a moment because I saw something disturbing in regards to President Donald Trump and how he came at Representative Jasmine Crockett. And I wanted to take this opportunity to attack this issue as it pertains to me and Jasmine Crockett, because I personally have had an issue with how things have been misconstrued and misinterpreted. But at the end of the day, I have to own it. And that's what I'm going to do today. And so when somebody says to me, Stephen, rather than point to her and her verbiage and her language and how she talked about the president, what about how he talks? I have no problem with that.
Straight Shooter.
I can understand
Stephen A.
that.
Smith.
And if that is the reason that everybody is in an uproar, that is fine. And I have no problem apologizing to my sister, because damn it, I want her to know I don't feel that way about her.
So weak. So weak. All of our men are henpecked. All of them are henpecked. There is little, if not nothing, that he said when he were talking about her, and he even came back and doubled down and said, I did not disrespect her. I did not call her out of her name. All I said was she should be spending more time trying to work with the president so that she can benefit her constituents instead of bickering and going back and forth and saying names. That's all he said, is that the Democrats, including Jasmine A. Crockett, needs to be doing more than just acting ghetto and acting like new. Now he's bending the knee and he's saying, my sister. My sister, I can't believe it. Basically, what he's telling you is that he don't want any more smoke with black people because he values the black woman audience and the Democrat Party.
Just like I didn't feel that way about Kamala Harris. Just like I don't feel that way about the marvelous, the wonderful, the incomparable, the greatest first lady ever, and Michelle Obama, in my estimation.
If this ain't buck dancing, I don't know what
anybody
is.
else. But what we're going to do on this show is understand who the hell I am and how it's going to be as long as I'm doing this
so
show.
hard, so weak.
I have no problem apologizing. If I'm
So
wrong, I have no
weak.
problem apologizing if I've made somebody feel a certain kind of way. But I'm going to challenge the legitimacy.
This boy need a
of
better
what people come
group of
at me
people
with
around him.
when I think that challenge is warranted and deserved. If you came to me and you said to me that it came across as a bit dismissive, Stephen, you should have been more protective of her than that because look at how he speaks. Look at how they act on Capitol Hill towards her. I understand that.
So weak.
But when
So
somebody
weak.
tries to take that to accuse me of being disrespectful or in any way misogynistic, I'm going to push back on that because that's emphatically false. There's no truth to that whatsoever, and I'm not accepting that, and I'm not owning that. I can sit up there and I can look at Representative Jasmine Crockett. Do you know what I think she should be doing? I think she should be competing for the Senate.
She should be resigning her job and walking away. But he's going to say what? Watch this. Listen.
Representative Jasmine Crockett. Do you know what I think she should be doing? I think she should be competing for the Senate seat in Texas.
He says more. Listen to this. Check out this henpecked dude.
Or for the Attorney General spot, because she's qualified. I personally think Kamala Harris should have ran for governor of California.
Oh! Wait.
I've said it
wait. He's not done. Check this out.
Record that if Michelle Obama was running for president, she would have beat Trump.
I don't know who got to Stephen A. Smith. I don't know what woman is in his life that's telling him that it makes sense for him to just continue to. Stephen A. right now is pandering more than any time that I've ever seen him. I have never in my life seen Stephen, my boy. Stephen, hey, Steve. I have never seen him pander more than I'm seeing him pander right now. This dude is smoking all kind of crack. I have never seen a digital crackhead the way that I'm looking at Stephen, my boy, right now. He is a digital crackhead. They literally bullied. Bro, if you tell me that Don the sweet tooth lemon, Joy Reid, Roland Martin, and the like, if you had told me that they were going to bully Stephen A. Smith and get him under control and in submission and grab him, chase him down, and bring him on back to the plantation, I wouldn't have believed you. I would have said, no, not the way he was talking tough to LeBron James on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn when he was kicking it with Carmelo Anthony. Ain't no way in the world that you would convince me that he would be handpicked like this. But boy, lo and behold, I was wrong. I was wrong. I can't believe it, bro. I can't believe it.
In my opinion, I think she'd have done it. That's how I feel. But somehow, some way, it's never enough for some people out there. I understand. I would advise you to get over it or buckle up because I'm not going away.
But yeah, we know, unfortunately.
This is my show. I will say what I feel and I will do what I want. It doesn't mean I'm going to be insensitive. It doesn't mean that I don't care about our community. A matter of fact, most of the trouble I get in is because I care about our community.
Okay,
and the reason
Steven.
I'm bringing this up and the reason that I'm willing to attack this subject, because this really ain't about Jasmine Crockett. I respect her. I wish her nothing but the best. I was simply asking a question. That's all. What's working for you? Because I don't want her to lose the prowess that she has. I want it to continue to gain and elevate.
Maybe he's in a relationship with her.
We need resistance to what we see going on in the streets.
Maybe he's in a relationship with her. That's the only thing that I can think of. That's the only conclusion that I can talk to, is that maybe he trying to get in a relationship with her. Maybe he trying to court her. Because you can't be this weak, dog, for a chick that you ain't never even met before in your life. Ain't no way you we this weak, fellas. This is why people say Stephen A is a straddler. That sounds crazy, the straddler. Stephen A the straddler. This is why we call him the straddler, is because he don't ever really take a position except for when he talking sports. In this politics game, and I'm sure he's going to be just fine, but in this politics game, you got to pick a side, dog. You got to be straight up. You got to be honest. You got to be steadfast, and you just got to call a spade, and you can't be bullied into having a different opinion just because other people tell you you should, and you don't have any additional information or data to lead you to believe that their actions were horrible. You can't just be a sucker for no reason. Ugh.
Of America. I asked a question. I get it now with Trump feeding into that nonsense,
Panda bear,
giving him fodder or ammunition to continue to go out there and talk about our black women that way. I got it. I don't like that at all. I don't want to be associated with nothing like that. And I apologize.
Get this sucker off my screen, bro. I can't do it, bro. Not that my respect means anything, but I just don't have no respect for these type of guys no more, bro. I just don't have no respect for these type of guys, man. They pander so hard. Oh, I can't believe he just got bullied like that. You know women don't even watch sports like that, Stephen A. Why he dancing like this? This is not even necessary. Why he dancing like this? A.R. Smitty says Stephen A. really took the 5 steps forward to take 50 steps back. Get that man a coaching call. Yeah, man, he's something wrong with him, bro. Change the Narrative says, I'm a big fan of the show, my guy. I sent you a couple songs to your email. I'm from the city. I do gospel rap. Check it out. If you can, my guy, God bless. All right, Change the Narratives. I'll definitely check it out. 100% I will. Chris Cunningham says, the black community silent guilt tripped him. Silence guilt tripped him. Florida Panoramic says Panda Express. Manny Plays PC says Stephen A is like a fish out of water doing all this flip-flopping. Thomas Taylor, shout out to Thomas Taylor, says they still don't like him and they won't accept him either way. It's like he's been packed or something. Yeah, they not going to like you, dog. You might as well stay 10 toes down. All right, y'all, let's get over to Shannon Sharpe. They say that he was calling out fake friends, including Stephen A. Smith. What?
Hello, it's your favorite sports member.
Hey, see, that's perfect. Them nights you can't sleep at night, boom. Hey, honey, I wrote a poem for you. Hey, honey, let me write you a love letter.
What?
Hold on.
Recite some Shakespeare to your girl or something.
Hold on. I thought Unc say he got somebody say he finna be married in 2 years.
Yeah.
You heard that, Joe? Joe live for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, just because y'all don't see me, I'm listening and watching now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe,
hold on.
Yeah, we can have a trifecta.
I'm official. I just ain't got no whistle.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey, Joe be knowing. Yes. You feel me?
But, hey, Joe, I tried to explain to Unc. I say the older we get, the chances of getting what we want, it becomes slim. It's available.
Hey. It's a tough time to be dating now, boy.
Hey,
yeah.
What?
Right. Hey, Joe. Hey, everybody else that tried the jeans on, or tried the shirt on, socks, you know, they just had me in Ocho. It's time to come on home. Ooh.
I'm at fault too. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
Huh?
You know my problem was, Ocho?
Call me
Aaron Judge?
No, play for the Blue. Yes, sir.
My problem was, Ocho?
Talk to me.
Looking for perfection.
Ooh, take your time.
It ain't out.
One, was she the perfect height?
Uh-huh.
She was the perfect complexion.
Come on now.
She had the perfect build.
Ooh.
She had the perfect.
Uh-huh.
Bro, you not gonna find all that.
Uh-uh.
In one, you just listen. I've come to the realization.
Uh-huh.
I've got to find a woman that have enough of the qualities that I'm looking for, that I'm willing to overlook the ones that she don't have.
Why are they talking about relationships? I mean, respectfully, Shannon Sharpe, he should probably just let this die down. You know what I'm saying? You just got took to the cleaners, allegedly. Chick, allegedly a younger chick, just washed you. He had recorded, hit his Instagram and was acting like it's a chick named Michelle that he was busting down and stuff like that. What is Unc talking about, bro? Like, why not just let this die for a little bit, come back in 2026, and we'll reignite the relationship conversation? No? Let me see where you're going off on fake friends.
We had to practice. We had to study.
Uh-huh.
We had to lift weights.
Yeah.
We had to train. Stay. In the words of Earth, Wind, and Fire, can I find a reason? Just one. Can I find one reason to stay?
Reasons. The reason that we
The love game's been played. All of our reason was a.
Hey,
I ain't that no more. What happened?
Hey, you say you ain't got it like you used to.
I ain't got it like I used to. I'm like, well, damn. I'm like, I'm not terrible.
Right.
But I'm looking at how I once was.
Right.
And so if women were to judge me by what I enjoy, and when you in that storm, when you in the eye of the storm, the eye of the storm dropped down in New Orleans, Katrina. That was the eye.
Yeah.
Boy, you don't know if it's ever. Ever. Like, when is this going to be over? How much longer?
Man, hello.
Where do I go? When does it end?
Yeah. Hey.
But
the eye of the storm could be out.
Ocho, I read a quote many, many years ago. It said, a lesson that's not learned in blood is destined to be repeated.
Hey, all of these isms that they keep saying, come on, man, let's just get to the mix of it. Like, everybody want to give a soliloquy. Let's just get to it, Joe.
I had a conversation with my brother probably about 2 months ago.
Always talking to his brother about it.
And he called me. And I said, well, he obviously knew what was going on because I called him and told him or her the time. And then something else came out. And then something else came out. And then something else came out. Then ESPN came out.
He was going through it.
He said, Shannon, there's a lesson in here somewhere. For you to be going through what you're going through, there is a lesson. It's on you to figure it out.
Yeah.
I said, man, I sure wish I would. He said, you know what? He said, no, that's not the plan. He said that if you knew what it was, you would circumvent the lesson.
Right.
He said, no, but you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
He said, you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And people, when y'all see me, I don't want y'all to have the wrong impression. But I'm just very guarded now. I'm very, very guarded.
Yeah, I bet.
I was always on alert, but I'm on high alert because I really don't know
who to trust,
who I can really trust.
Yep.
Because what I've seen over the last 6 months, there are very few people that you can actually trust.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Very, very, very few.
Man.
And there are people that said some things, and it's gotten back to me. But I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And you remember we had this conversation, Joe, about being down, and then people feel like they can pile on.
Yeah.
Uncle his feelings.
I'm just very I'm very matter of fact. I'm very, hey, how you doing? It's nice to meet you. I'm going about I'm on my way.
Shannon, Shannon justifiably is bitter. I don't know Shannon Sharpe, but as far as his situations that he was going through, I had the same position for Shannon Sharpe as I had for Jay-Z. And I said that as Shannon should be innocent until proven guilty, that nobody should be convicting Shannon in the court of public opinion. I also think that he was getting finessed. And then at the same time, I think that he was stupid for ever getting himself involved with a chick that never had his best interests for him in the first place. But two things could be true. Yeah, he could have made a mistake in picking the wrong person, but it doesn't mean that he should have been castrated because he never did nothing that was illegal. He never did nothing that was crazy. And everybody knew it was a play. And even though he should have been sharper and smarter, Shannon should have been sharper. And that's a bar. And even though he should have been sharper and he should have been smarter, it doesn't mean that he deserved to suffer. Now, with that being said, now Unc is bitter. He bitter because he didn't know that doing that Cat Williams interview and getting all of this money and having all of this visibility was going to translate into him getting finessed. And then he didn't like the fact that certain people probably didn't speak up or stick up for him the way that they wanted to. Now, I'm going to get to this. Apparently, he's speaking on Stephen A. Smith.
Way, because I don't want people. Yeah, I had a conversation and Jeff, because if you stay too long, Ocho, the more people, and this is what I had to learn, and somebody told me this. They say, Shannon, the more people you become involved with, the more stories there is to be told.
Circle got to be crazy small.
The more people you're involved with, Shannon, the more stories there are to be told. Okay.
I like that.
I didn't know what was going to happen. I appreciate you, Ocho, because you're like, hey, when you text me, Unc, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Whatever we got to go through, we going through it. You ain't by yourself.
Hey, till the wheels fall the fuck off. Shit, you gave me opportunity. Where the hell
there are so many people, Ocho and Joe,
where I'm going,
that used to call, that used to text.
Yeah.
I ain't heard from them since this happened.
But hold on. Let's be fair. Let's be fair here. Nigga, this is something that you did on your own to yourself. It's one thing for other people to throw you under the bus. It's another thing for you to say, oh man, you disappeared when I was going through it. Nigga, what you want him to do? That's a you problem. Okay, could they have said, hey, Unc, you all right? You good or whatever? They could have, but that's a you problem. If Anton from AntonDaniels.com is going through something, anybody that called me is extra. The only thing I expect from people is for people that I'm cool with to not throw me under the bus. But I'm not expecting anybody to check on me and do all of this other type of stuff. If you're not my inner circle, if we not working together, if we not getting money together, then nigga, just observe from afar. Or if you call me, then, hey man, I appreciate you. Thank you, so on and so forth. But I hate this side story stuff where people are expecting all of a sudden because you worked with them or because y'all got money together or y'all did something together or something, all of a sudden they wasn't there for you when you went through it. Nigga, that's a you problem. That's a self-inflicted wound. What you talking about? And all of these people? No, Ocho. Come on, man. Yeah, I expect Ocho to be saying, hey, I'm riding with you before the wheels fall off because you and Ocho been rocking with each other and y'all built up something and y'all live stream with each other every single night. But dog, you by yourself. You live by yourself. You went and did the dirt by yourself. You got involved with a hoe by yourself. Unless y'all bust her down together and y'all ran a train on her, then what you looking for? What you want, bro? Aaron Miller says loyalty is everything. Yes, but it doesn't mean that somebody is not loyal just because you went through something and they didn't respond the way that you wanted them to. Maybe they was just quiet because they didn't want to say nothing out loud or something like that. If they would have held you down, that's dope also. I'm with it. I'm one of them type of people that's going to hold my people down no matter what. But you can't get mad at everybody else because you did something and now you don't want to go through it. You did the dirt by yourself. Go through it by yourself. Come on, man. Come on, bro.
But that's all right, though. That's all right, though.
Man, please.
Yeah, keep it moving, baby.
Maybe this is what, I don't wish this on anybody.
I don't either.
But what it did do is it really showed me who's really, really there.
Right.
There are a lot of people on the peripheral. When things were going well, when we were at the apex, and
somebody said, Anton, shut up. You don't know who he was talking about. Does it matter who he's talking about? It don't matter who you talking about. Nigga, if you did it, do it on your own. Y'all so gay. You so weak. You so weak. And of course it's gonna be a nigga with no profile photo and got an African name. Otoro Ekipe. Otoro Ekipe. I shouldn't even get this no shine. Let's continue.
Getting invited to everything.
Yeah.
I'm talking about ain't called. Ain't called.
These niggas is emotional.
I'm talking about
too grown to be
we
this
were
emotional.
talking once a month, twice a month.
Right.
Okay, and
it's gonna come back.
But I see.
Yeah, and you know, I think about too, Unc and Joe. You had to think about, Unc, what you had to go through. I've been in the eye of that
so
storm
emotional,
too,
bro.
Mm-hmm.
Big time in front of the world.
Yeah.
So I had to take my licks. I had to take
You gotta.
And I had, hey, Joe, boy, them calls stop. Ain't heard from nobody. My circle was always small, so my same circle was right there, to lift me up. But I already knew I was finna sit for a minute.
Yeah.
For a long time, Joe. It was quiet, for maybe 6 years.
Yeah.
Well, you know how long 6 years is?
Hell
Ain't
yeah.
nothing coming. No, nothing. You just I'm.
Why are they whining and
then here we
complaining?
go.
This is
You
stuff
give me an
that y'all
opportunity.
did.
While everything is back going, motion is going good.
Yeah.
And then
so you supposed to be loyal.
I
then
had
if
a
he
nerve
hooked you
to
up.
jump ship just because you going through what I had to go through years ago.
Yeah, that's the expectation.
I know what it's like.
Yeah.
Shout
And
out to
I'm
Ocho
looking at
for
the
holding
chat.
him down.
Everybody say Stephen A. No, I will say this. Stephen A. has called me and been there every step of the way.
Shout out to Stephen
I
A.
will say that. I will say Stephen A. have reached out. He's called, asked me anything. Juvie, he's like, man, Juvie just wanted to say, hey, that's his boy.
That's some real junk right there.
He
Stephen A.
just
was your
wanted to
guy.
say, hey, you good? Hey, you good? I'm good. I'm good. Look, I know a lot of people say a lot of things about Stephen A. All I can attest to is the way Stephen A. is with Shannon. And he's been great because when I went through what I was going through at Fox, he was there.
Mm-hmm.
When I was going through he was calling anything I can do. What can I do? I won't get into private conversations that we have because that's between he and I.
Right.
But there are a lot of other people, a lot. Well, I shouldn't say a lot of the parcel of land. There were a few, quite a few. But you know what? I
don't know what he want. What does he expect?
I've been down before. This public lashing and ridicule and scorn and humiliation.
Been there.
Take your lumps. But it took me a while to realize, like, hold on. You call the people that you're closest to.
Mm-hmm.
Brother, mom, sister, kids, best friend, Bucket Burns. You explain to them what? They say, bro, we good. Once I got to that, Ocho, you and I talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, look, it is what it is. I'm gonna be all right.
Yeah, I just think that Shannon is in his feelings. Shout out to Shannon Sharpe. I understand it though. Because he was battling for his life and for his reputation. Probably lost him out a lot of money. Probably had to pay a lot of money out. It was a lot of things that he was going through at that particular time. And so I can understand the fact that he might be a little bit more bitter at the idea that he felt like nobody was there for him the way that he needed people to be there for him when he was going through stuff. But then at the same time, that's a you problem. That's not everybody else's problem. If other people reach out to you and they say, hey fam, you good? Then that's a plus. That's not a requirement. And as long as Stephen A. or anybody else, because he gave props to Stephen A., as long as Stephen A. or anybody else don't throw him under the bus, then that's also a plus. So I'm trying to figure out what he's looking for. What is it that you want, big dog? You said your little unk going through some shit, let him be. Okay, I'll give you that. But you got to stop. Don't trip about it, man. Stop making a big deal about it. Everybody can't. Ugh. Emotional. Said, all you poor baby girl. You want to see guys get emotional? Take them through something with a little hoe, and then they gonna be so heartbroken. Man, you wasn't there for me. Dog, you went through that by yourself. That's a you thing. That's not a me thing. Let me hit a couple super chats, and we're going to move over to the latest update with David, the singer. You know, the one that had the chick in his trunk. Ryan Powell says they had Stephen A. flopping like a Magikarp. Ika Bob 36 says, is it true that the U.S. gold reserves are still valued at only $35 an ounce? I have no idea, bro. I don't invest in gold. Knox Econ says, hey, do you got any of those hats? And all black with white lettering, and how do I get one? I got the white one. I need the black one. I just got it literally this morning. So you got to have to give me some grace. You're going to have to give me some grace, big dog. PJ says, I came late, but did you mention where to get the bag chasers hats? I just got them. Just give me a second. I'm going to get it up on the website. I'm going to let y'all order them, and then we're going to run it up, all right? TS Car Wash and Detail Service says, Ocho have no choice to be a great friend because they do business together. Nobody want to be tied to that. Talk. Finally, somebody came in with the right information or the right talking points. Can't be tied to that, big dog. Let them people live. Let the people live. All right, y'all, let's get into this David situation. So I want to give y'all an update on the David situation. Hold on. All right, there we go. I want to give you an update on the new details in this investigation. I told you that this wasn't going to go away, that I'm going to stay on top of it, but new information with regard to this whole David situation. For those of you that have been living under a rock or you're not aware of what's going on, David, who was a singer, and he was on tour, and his former girlfriend, who just so happened to be underage, they said that she was 12, maybe 11 when he first started interacting with her. She was 15 at the time of her death. She was found in a Tesla, in the front trunk of a Tesla, stuffed up, body decomposed, of a Tesla with his name registered to it. And the body had been being decomposed for an extended period of time. And it had got discovered inside of a towing yard because the smell had got so bad. Now, the owner of the house, apparently, the owner of the house that he was renting, and I'm assuming that owner probably got him getting up out of there, they saying that they might have done an investigation that uncovered some new information. I don't know. Let's get into it, y'all.
A private investigator claims he's uncovered crucial new evidence in the haunting case of 15-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, the girl found in the front trunk of a Tesla registered to rising music star David. And that new evidence, he claims, includes who was the last one driving the Tesla where the teen's body was ultimately discovered.
Sandra Mitchell is live in Hollywood with more on what we're learning tonight. Sandra.
Micah and Cher, that private investigator, told me tonight that he actually has video evidence of the last person driving that Tesla. He says he has supplied it to the LAPD. He also told me tonight an arrest in the case could be coming very soon. New clues tonight about the crime involving the remains of a teen girl found in the trunk of a Tesla.
Hold on, dog. Hold on. You telling me that a private independent investigator was able to acquire footage to show who the last person was to drive the car. The last person was to drive the car, but the Los Angeles Police Department, the FBI, and everybody else wasn't able to acquire this information beforehand? Come on, dog. If this is true, this is stupid. If this is true, then we as taxpayers, you guys over there in Los Angeles, we as taxpayers are basically paying for nothing. We should have known this the minute that they discovered the body inside of the car. They should have had this information the minute that they discovered the body inside of the car. And if you're telling me that the Los Angeles Police Department, as well as, or maybe it wasn't Los Angeles Police Department, whoever over in California Police Department, including investigators and the FBI and anybody else that was involved in this, didn't already have this information, that is crazy to me.
Owned by rising star musician David.
I think she
We might as well contract everything out
has been
to
deceased
them.
a lot longer than what people.
That might actually be a great idea. That might be a great idea. Maybe, listen, hear me out. Let's rock out for a minute. Maybe police departments, maybe that's what I would do if I would become mayor. Instead of bogging down your police investigators, I would have one investigator to oversee the contracting of private investigators to actually source out all of the cold crimes and all of the different murders and whatever it is that we have as a cold case or whatever new case comes out. You farm that out, you outsource it so that you can solve more crimes instead of having a backlog of different crimes and investigations that you have to deal with. Maybe we need to do that. Maybe we need to be subcontracting out to people that are better at this job than the people that are doing it on a daily basis, getting paid hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then you can also reduce the liability to it. I'm telling you, maybe we need to be farming this stuff out and be spending more money on actual solving for the crimes instead of paying people based off of a backlog of crime that they are overwhelmed and can't handle. Private investigators are not bound by the law, which is the thing that you want to do. You want somebody to go out there and get in the mud and find out what's really going on. That's a really good idea. I'm going to write that down so when I run for office, that's going to be one of my campaign promises.
May have originally thought it could go back as early as January or February, which is hard to fathom.
Private investigator Steve Fisher recently went inside the Hollywood Hills mansion where David lived just before the body of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez was found in his abandoned Tesla.
There were disturbing items.
And Fisher told KTLA he found items that could be linked to the crime, items left behind by LAPD even after a search of the property.
There's some items, some physical items that I unfortunately can't disclose, but they are significant because they could be something that could have been used in a plan to actually get rid of her body.
Fisher also says he's uncovered interesting video from neighborhood security cameras that he's handed over to LAPD. He says he knows who was driving the car when it was abandoned in late July,
this should have been solved
presumably
a long time ago, bro.
with the body in the trunk.
I'm certain I know who it is. I can't say, but there is surveillance from the 29th, and I'm certain I know who this person is.
The initial autopsy showed no obvious cause of death. Investigators now are waiting for toxicology reports.
What's the secret?
It's been almost 7 weeks since Celeste's body was found. No arrest and no suspects. David, real name David Anthony Burke, has not.
Oh, this dog is zesty for real. Hold
arrest on. And no suspects. David.
Yeah, he definitely like kids. That's the face of a man that looks like he like younger with the fingernails and the purposely zesty pose and taking it in front of the how do you do that? So he got this finger up under, 2 in the middle, 1 at the top, like this. and he got his shoulder up like this. Yeah, you got to try to make that type of pose. That's not something that comes natural to a man. That's not something that comes natural.
Real name David Anthony Burke has not commented, but he did cancel his world tour, and he has not been seen in public since then.
It's been shocking how silent he's been for somebody that really lived online, and not only him, but the people around him in his immediate orbit. They've gone completely silent.
So we do know there was at least one crime committed, concealing body. When might we expect an arrest in the case? The investigator believes that LAPD is waiting for those toxicology reports, which could come any day and could indicate a more serious crime.
This is just being dragged out so long. I'm trying to figure out, why is this such a long case, and why is a private investigator able to go in and source more information and more technology than the people that are supposed to be on top of the case? I hope they get justice for this little girl, because nobody should be murdered and nobody should be in this type of position. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let me read a couple of super chats, and then I want to get into the money. What up, P. Shank says, good morning, Mr. Anton Daniels of the Millionaire Morning Show. I appreciate you, P. Shank. Me University says they took two teeth and said, don't let it be FO. Rob B says, AD, will any fitted hat options be available for the bag chaser hats? I'm not sure about that, because these actually got the snap ends. So these is the adjustable ones. So I don't know if it's going to be any fitted ones. I can try and see what's happening. Stephen A's Master said, stop talking about Jasmine. So he did. I believe that. Chris H says, Teslas have cameras all over the car. They should been known who was the last person in it. I don't know what's going on, bro. I am so confused about what's happening in these streets. All right, y'all, let's get into the money. Make sure I hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Amazon is saying they're going to be replacing what could have been 600 jobs with physical AI. Check it out.
This morning, concerns that Amazon, the second largest private employer in the country, is planning one of the biggest workplace transformations in modern history.
In a fulfillment center, the Cardinal robot will pack packages into carts.
The New York Times, citing leaked documents, reports Amazon expects sales to double by 2033, growth that would normally require 600,000 more workers. But the company is reportedly looking to fill those jobs with robots and automate 75% of its operations.
We could do this with our robot. We could do this with our technology. That's what we're going to do.
In the near future, Amazon reportedly estimates automation could help it save more than $12 billion and shave about 30 cents off each item it ships. In a statement, Amazon said the leaked documents reflect the perspective of just one team and don't represent our overall hiring strategy, adding that the company is actively hiring and plans to fill 250,000 positions for the holiday season.
One of the things that we've been proud of
Only seasonal, baby. It's only seasonal.
Our 10-year history is the ability to develop robots that work well along.
You said Amazon has been planning this since 2023. Amazon has been planning this since 2012. 2013.
Alongside people.
It comes amid growing fears of technology replacing human workers. The so-called godfather of artificial intelligence has been sounding the alarm.
If I worked in a call center, I'd be terrified. If I was someone like a legal assistant, a paralegal, they're not going to be needed for very long. For mundane intellectual labor, AI is just going to replace everybody.
Well, Amazon has said it's busy training human workers for high-paying jobs that will include working with robotics.
Listen, if you are not a repair tech, if you are not into AI to learn more about how to work with the software, to reprogram the software, prompt engineering, if you have not integrated that into your skill set, then you will be replaced. Let me tell you, you will be replaced. I cannot stress this enough. We went through this over in the Patreon. Shout out to the bag chasers. Shout out to the Patreon members. We deep dove into it because companies don't have an obligation to the people. And that's one of the things that people need to understand. Amazon and any other company's obligation is not to the citizens. Poor people think like that. Oh, they owe us. Oh, it is their responsibility to take care of us. Millionaires, billionaires, we're going to tax them, whatever, so on and so forth. It's always going to be another state. It's always going to be another opportunity. They can always move their headquarters before they look at you and say, hey, you're supposed to be getting a slice of the pie. Their responsibility is to the people that are invested in a company. So if you do not have stocks, which if I'm having a child today, which I did this for my daughter. Everything that I spend on her, half of it will go into stocks. Half of it will go into buying into equity into the companies of the future. If you're looking for some form of universal basic income or passive income because of the replacement of people with technology, then that is going to have to be a responsible adult investing in themselves. If I am a person, because y'all learn to live off, think about it. You learn to live off of half when the federal government decide that they want to tax you over in New York. If you make a certain amount of money, they making you pay 52% in taxes. That means more than half of your income is supposed to go to taxes. If I'm you, I'm paying myself and I'm trying to figure out how I can invest and be able to get residual income as a result of being an investor in these companies. And that is the only way that you're going to be able to survive. Your income is going to have to be supplemented by people and companies that are the future of technology. And if you are not a shareholder, then you are going to stop complaining. You're going to have to stop complaining about the fact that you ain't got this or you ain't got that and you ain't got that and so on and so forth. Listen, we all need to be striving to make more money, but it's not just about what you make money doing. It's about what you do with it when you get it. And stop increasing your lifestyle to meet whatever it is that you earn right now, because there's going to be bumps, bruises, layoffs, furloughs, ups and downs, good times, bad times, times of feast and times of famine. And if you are not prepared for it by during the times of feast to invest so that you're prepared for if anything happens in famine so that you have enough time to be able to pivot and do things differently, you are going to be disappointed. I'm telling you, the new standard for living good is going to be investing in yourself first. You should have already been doing it. When I told people, hey, I'm investing the majority of my income, everything that I have in real estate and in stocks and this and that, so on and so forth, people laugh. Oh man, you supposed to be having a big house. You're supposed to be having that. You're supposed to be having this. No, I'm not Kenyon Martin. I'm not a Neanderthal. I'm not a Neanderthal. I understand the game. I understand the play. I'm putting my daughter in a position to where she don't have to suffer through the same BS that some of these people that are complaining on the internet is going through. I don't want her to be feasting and famine and having to do the same thing that other people do. Don't worry about it, Quentin. Don't worry about it, Quentin. I'm not a Neanderthal. Oh, if you come for the king, you best not miss.
First of all, this event where you are, can you tell us about them?
The first is in our manipulation robot that we call Blue Jay. And what Blue Jay, the way that you can think of that is you can take 3 assembly lines and put it in the same footprint of 1. What it does is help eliminate the menial, the mundane, and the repetitive. And it could pick more than 75% of the inventory that we actually sell in our sortable network, which is a really big deal. I'm really proud of that. And I'll also say there's just something interesting about Blue Jay as well as compared to our other bird manipulation systems, Cardinal, Sparrow, and Robin. It took us about 3 years to kind of design, deploy, and get out to our frontline employees. We have actually done Blue Jay with the power of AI in just over a year. So it's really accelerated the pace of innovation.
Hey, Ty, I think when a lot of people think about Amazon and robots, I just want to jump in because we don't have a ton of time, but we'll get to some of the other announcements. They think about the Kiva Systems robots, the big acquisition at the time, 2012. That was a big acquisition for Amazon, and they've seen pictures of the way that those can move large loads of things across warehouses. But if you were to go into a state-of-the-art Amazon warehouse today, what would you see that's in addition to those Kiva robots?
Yeah, in addition to the world's first goods-to-person fulfillment strategy, which was just a really good idea, where we have more than 1 million robots that we manufacture actually in Massachusetts doing that job every day, you're going to see more of the unstructured fields, right? So you're going to see green robot that we call Proteus that can move big cargoes of packages to the right dock at the right time. You're going to see many more manipulation systems that we have in there, eliminating kind of the repetitive motions that we have. No one wants to lift a 50-pound box all day. Robin does that. Cardinal does that, moving it into some of these.
And that's another thing, right? Because don't nobody want to work and do some of the same jobs. And y'all was saying it even when they was doing all of the deportation of the illegal migrants. Oh, man, they doing the jobs that we don't want to do. Okay, so now they going to have robots replacing and doing it, and you ain't got to have to worry about nothing, right? Because don't nobody actually want to do no work. Don't nobody actually want to do anything that's going to add value into society. Everybody just want to complain about what's going on.
Proteus-bound carts that we have, you're going to see much more collaborative robotics, right? So that's where we build our robotic systems to enable people to augment what people are capable of, and we really believe in the philosophy of people and machines working together. How can we build a tool set that enables our employees to do their job not only more efficiently, but also with better safety in mind?
Let me tell you something. That's a slogan. That's all it is. It's a slogan. How can we enable people and robots to be able to work better together? When they say they have replaced 600,000 jobs, those were jobs that they could have potentially had to give out to people. But let me tell you what's really happening. They're tired of people going on FMLA. They tired of people suing because I got fired for the wrong reasons. They tired of sexual harassment lawsuits inside of the warehouse. They tired of you calling off of work. They tired of you saying that you ain't gonna make it. They tired of people saying, oh, it's too hard. I didn't expect to work this hard tonight. They tired of people pretending like they didn't know that they were supposed to be there at that time. They tired of people missing work and being late every day. They tired of people acting like they hurt their back on a job. They are putting themselves in a position, and they're willing to invest billions and billions and billions of dollars into preventing themselves from having to deal with the same things, which then lower the cost of them being able to have to, per package that they got shipped, right? Per item shipped, the total cost per item shipped. And they basically are able to continue to fulfill things and be a lot more efficient doing it versus when you did it yourself. Think about it like the assembly line, right? When the assembly line first came on, humans did every single thing, but they had so many problems, so many quality issues, the whole 9 yards. All of that. And as technology sped up, you had less recalls, less quality issues, less problems, less breakdowns, less human errors, less fatalities on the job, and more efficiency. And now, one of the things that they protested for at Unifor, in which Canada, I should be addressing some issues with Canada. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. With Canada and the UAW, right? Unifor and the UAW is that they want to guarantee jobs, and they also want to grow jobs.
All right, so there's this robot arm called Blue Jay. You just talked about it. You know, you guys are using this AI agent called Illuna. And then you're also working with augmented reality glasses to be worn by drivers in delivery trucks in the field. There's like so much going on. Step back for a moment because you guys have a lot of data. You look at what you're doing. I'm just curious, investors who are thinking about Amazon and what you are doing, how do they think about the long-term like ROI, return on investment, when it comes to the investment you guys make in robots? Is the goal about labor efficiency, throughput speed, or is it margin expansion, kind of tie across your fulfillment operations? What is it?
All of the above.
Yeah, well, definitely efficiency. We think about efficiencies and how can we gain efficiency through all the chain of our fulfillment processes, for sure. And you mentioned data, and data is the fuel for AI systems. Data has allowed us to bring, think of the body of being our robotics, but bring the mind to robotics, allowing it to be more adaptable, more fluid. You can almost think of this as the ability to pour our robotic systems into any size building, any scale of building, to amplify what our employees are already doing. We want to give them an amazing tool set. And we see that when we do that, we're more productive, right? When you do robotics right, when you do collaborative robotics where you need both people and machines doing what they do best, and they do different things better, that it allows you to be more productive. And when you're more productive, that allows you to invest more in people. We've upskilled more than 700,000 of our employees, which is a great stat. And also in our robotics, we've expanded from the Kiva days, we've expanded from just a movement solution to now movement and mobility and sortation and storage and perception systems, packing systems that have really changed the game for our customers. That's a big deal to us.
So basically, they are increasing efficiency. They are reducing labor, and they are going to continue to run up a bag. Y'all better get hip with what's happening in the game. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. King Manasseh says, yo, AD, sent you an email of someone explaining why women are the least to be married. Okay, I'll look at it. C. Muni says, okay, this is the one I wanted to see. Nah. You down bad for that Kmart shit. That's like a nigga coming on after hours and telling everybody they would be nobodies without AD. Is that what I said? There would be nobodies? What I said was we wouldn't know them if it wasn't for you. Now, let me ask you a question. And I'm going to use my people that I use for after hours that make a lot of money. If it wasn't for me, would you know them? And let me tell you why that's not an insult to the people on after hours. Because when I tapped into them and I said, hey, you want to do this? When I tapped into Molly, she didn't give a fuck. She only was there because she was supporting me and the value that she brought me. Quentin was rocking with me just because Quentin just rocked with me. Slimmy was rocking with me when me and Slimmy met up in Cleveland to go to the NFL draft. And then we just used to be doing it on, just having a good time on Clubhouse. All of my people was straight before I ever came into their life. This is extra for them. If we stop streaming on after hours tomorrow, they don't give a fuck. Is it a nice to have? Is it fun to do? Is it a bag involved? Absolutely. But their lives is going to be fine with or without me. So me saying, hey, listen, y'all wouldn't even know who Molly was if it wasn't for me. That's absolutely true. And she will tell you that that's not an insult. She will tell you that that's not an insult. Listen, you can say that to us. We don't give a fuck. You know the difference between us and the difference between them is that we not sensitive. We built for this shit. We come from Fight Club. Fight Club was different. We used to niggas insulting us and us shooting back. Just make sure you got a full clip and a backup clip. Make sure you got a full clip and a backup clip and don't get in your feelings. See, it's all good when you say something, but it's not fun when a person responds. I'm cool with the response. I'm ready for all smoke, all contenders. I don't give a fuck. If somebody say something to me, because again, you the one that's in your feelings. Y'all the ones that be feeling some type of way. No, man, you down bad for saying that shit. No, I'm up, nigga. I'm up. I don't give a fuck about what nobody say. I said what I said. I said what I said. You wouldn't like it. I don't give a fuck. What, you don't think that people did reaction videos to every single person on After Hours, including myself, and they said, I don't like Molly. I don't like Quentin. Oh, Slimmy was wrong about that. Carrie is crazy. You don't think people do reaction videos and we just be laughing about it and cracking up and saying, hey, they need to be sending a check as much as they reacting to us? We creating a whole new economy out there. We don't give a fuck. We understand how the game goes. That's a part of the game when you pick up a microphone, nigga. I look at it as a compliment. I look at it as a compliment. Don't give a fuck about what nobody's saying. We gonna still do what we do. We don't care what nobody else doing. We just know we know how to shoot back. Carrie ain't catch no stray. But Kenyon got an alpha mentality. My nigga, are you Kenyon's spokesman? Let that nigga stand up for himself, bro. Take his balls out your mouth. If he got an alpha mentality, then what he need you for? Or are you his burner account, my nigga? That's all I'm saying. Are you his burner account or what? Avenue 77 says, well, if he got an alpha mentality, then he wouldn't be playing beta to Gilbert Arenas. How about that? He wouldn't be player number 4. When 40% of AI take over jobs by 2038, if he got an alpha mentality, he would have been a number 1 option on the team. They will have no choice but to do universal basic income. It's all over YouTube, 3 to 18 years. Yeah, actually, the Asian guy, he ran for president. Andrew Yang used to be saying that a long time ago. No one would know me if not for A-Deep. See? They don't give a fuck. My people don't care. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. My people ain't tripping. Y'all the one that's bent out of shape. Let that nigga stand on his own too. He'll be all right. He'll be all right, bro. He'll be all right. What up, Bridget? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? All right. Great show. Great show, great show, great show, great show. We got After Hours tonight. We're going to be pushing and we're going to be running it up. It's going to be a great, great week. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Tiege Hanley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm out. Peace.